Good afternoon, indeed.
Indeed. One of those days, huh?
Yes.
It has been a week.
It's the weather.
It's been a week. It's been a week. It's the weather.
Yeah.
Well, whether or not you want to play. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So how you been, Carlos?
Yes, good.
You had last time we spoke. You had some projects on the go.
I've done absolutely nothing.
Smith. You've done nothing. None of those projects.
Absolutely nothing.
We've done something. So
Chinaman.
Yeah. we've done a few things. So there may be a couple of things to talk about. I don't know. There might be something to say.
I've just been so busy with work that I get home, I don't want to. And now I have like the VR stuff as well, streaming VR and gaming.
Okay.
So 0 time. And I was sick last week as well.
And you were sick. Any more excuses? Is there any more excuses? I'm not
All
sure.
excuses.
Okay. What do you want to talk about this week? Because I want to talk about my little wing.
Okay, go for it.
Do you want to? Yeah, you right? Yeah. You right with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we was mucking around, as you do, and we made a wing. Some of you may have seen it. I quite like it. And we've called it. What have we called it?
I don't agree with the name.
You don't like Clone Air?
I don't like the name.
Can we get a vote on that? We need a vote for our YouTube watchers.
I don't like the name.
And for our Facebook watchers. You don't like the name?
No.
Do you think it's...
Seems very resentful.
Well, it is community inspired.
It is community inspired.
Yeah?
If it was called Community Inspired Air Wing...
That's just a bit long, isn't it? I think Clone Air just suits it quite well.
CI wing. Clone Air, I don't know. That's very precise, isn't it? It's like
I don't know if it's precise. It's accurate for sure.
Shall I show the actual?
So that's the wing itself there that we played with. I quite like it. You know, I think it's good fun. Oh yes, we've got the close up view of the wing there. That is actually the brushed version. And we have since cut some holes out across this wing, and it does actually look a little bit better like this.
And it has what?
And it has
got FPV on it, boy.
Got a little FPV camera up the front. Here's a nice little picture of it in the air. Oh gosh, that's quite small, that picture, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks like a proper UFO.
That does. A little bit of UFO.
That's exciting.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we've had people complaining about these things flying over residential areas.
I saw someone posted, when you posted this, I saw someone posted saying, I saw this from my house.
No, he wanted to see it from his house.
Oh, he wanted to see it. Oh, okay.
So Dino, he lives like, that's my road, and he lives over there, like, not too far
and he flies FPV as well.
Yeah, he does. So Dino is drone dips. Have you heard of that? No. So it's just coming out now. He's just starting.
What the dips?
Let me see if I can find his Webby type page. Yeah.
Hey, Sidewinder.
But yes, so drone dips is he wants to do hydro dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think he's going to do well because he's doing it not. He has got a hydro thing.
Oh, that's good.
A hydro printer. This is his Facebook page if anyone wants to go and have a look at it. But he's also looking at doing... Do you know what Turkish paper is? Ever heard of Turkish paper?
No. Hey, Matt.
Let me see if I can quickly pull you up something on Turkish paper.
Is this it?
Turkish paper is quite awesome, really. So what they do is it's oil and paint, that kind of stuff, but it's like laid out onto it's not water. I think it's more like a starch thing.
Okay.
And that keeps it suspended, and then they do all of these patterns, and then they dip into it.
Okay.
And you see this paper a lot on the inside of linings of very old books.
Books, okay.
On the inside.
So, I guess it's like color dipping, but for
for
paper.
This is like the original hydro dipping. This is what hydro dipping was.
Hydro dipping, that's right.
And then you've gotten to printed out patterns and stuff instead of this hand worked
hydro
dipping. and he's looking into this angle of it,
Uh-huh.
I think he's going to do quite well because it's very unique. Like literally everyone, no matter how hard you try, will be the same. No, won't be the
Won't
same.
be the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So no matter, so you know, as close as you'll get, it will be similar but not quite, and that'll be your unique dip.
Yeah.
And if
The
you,
patterns look amazing.
well, it's just down
Yeah.
to you. Look, he's got this little comb, and he strokes it through, and then whatever you dip into that, they normally just do it straight to a big sheet of paper.
Uh-huh.
But you could dip in and have that certain part in a certain place on your either your goggles or your drone, whatever it is.
Hey, Reggie.
Yeah.
Tom.
How's that, Tom?
Yeah.
Hello, Tom. Thanks for watching. We're just talking about hydro dipping, and wings.
Yeah, we went.
Yeah, we went from wings straight away, which was like, leave that a minute. Yeah, but so anyway, back to the wings. We went from wings to hydro dipping. So that was drone dips, and that was Dino who saw us because he lives very close. So there's a couple of things I want to mention about this. If you notice that the angle of those rear motors, is I think quite critical. If you put them too far forward, too far vertical, it becomes a very different beast.
So what happens?
Well, it won't get the right lift because two motors can't lift. You're lifting, we're still lifting with four motors, and we actually lift flat is not really flat. It's almost back.
So what you're saying is that
flying flat.
When you're
as
you're going, you're lifting like this, right?
Let's put it on the bigger camera because it's a bit hard to see it there.
Huh? That was on the bigger camera.
No, in this camera here.
Oh, okay.
So instead of flying like this, you actually fly a little bit more like that.
Well, but that's when you're hovering.
Yes, but
when
we've
you're flying,
set this so that flying maximum you can go is flat.
Is this, yeah.
Because as soon as you put any air above the wing, that's stalling you out. You're crashing straight away.
Yeah,
which again goes back to why we've got loads of holes through it. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of carbon flat on the trailing edge would stop a bit of bend because that's quite weak now, that section.
Yeah.
But it really does fly and hover quite beautifully.
Yes.
Like, okay, you've Carlos did this, put the camera on the front.
Of course.
Of course. But both Hussein and I, both sponsor Husso and I, really like flying this in line of sight.
Yes.
Like just gently rolling along, being able to stop a wing mid-air is quite something.
But I was just testing this.
Yeah.
And I said, this is not a wing.
No.
It doesn't fly like a wing.
For sure, it has no wing-type properties other than its outline.
Yes.
But that's nice. You know, when you're flying a drone in line of sight, you're relying on LEDs or whatever to try and work out orientation. Whereas with this, it's bang, it's there. Me coming from like years of doing line of sight and just hating it because everything turns into a little dot.
Yeah.
Because when you're flying a wing, you have to go so far away from yourself to even turn.
Yeah.
Flying this is awesome because it's like literally right next to you and really slow and hang on, let it go back to hover. I'm confused, whatever it is. And you know, it's just so much nicer to fly. Yeah. I really quite like it. I want to see a lot of people building them. They're, you know, the original one without the holes is nice, but I think has got issues that it's still catching a lot of wind. You know, as soon as you get, obviously indoors is fine.
Yes.
But who wants to always fly indoors?
Yeah, no, obviously, especially because it's a wing, right? You kind of want to go out.
You want to go out
and fly it.
And you had a little fly earlier on outside, and it does work
It
quite
does fly,
well.
yeah. It flies, and even with the added weight of the camera in front, it still flies.
You balance that with a battery. You pull the battery a little bit,
and it flies fine. Actually, we might further on, like if people want it, we can maybe.
If we get enough requests for people to see this flying live
in FPV,
as it were, in FPV, we'll certainly be happy to do that.
Yeah.
Just make the comments known.
Yes. Let us know if you want to see this flying live in FPV.
It does fly. This is funny. It's really hard for me to say this, Carlos, because I'm such an FPV freak. I love FPV so much, but I actually enjoy flying that line of sight.
I know. When I was trying an FPV, I mean, it's not
fun.
It's not as fun as you think it might be.
No.
But
it's not as fun as the wings we did last year.
Exactly.
Last year they was just, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
This
and
feels
they could
good.
Go fast as you.
In
as
FPV, you're really fighting it just too much.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have any fun. But in line of sight, absolutely loved it. Like really, really did enjoy that. Yeah.
Got to be done. Tom says.
Well, we'll fly it for, and if we get 3 more people say that, then. Yeah.
So do you think what are them called? The ones that did the other one.
The official version.
Not official version. The community inspired.
The community. No, that wasn't community inspired.
No, damn sure it was, because it was inspired on the one that we did.
Well, they're not saying that. They're saying that the hovercraft is community inspired.
Oh
They've put their hands.
But
up
the wing,
the wing, no, that's theirs.
Actually, screw you.
Screw them totally.
Because we actually made a wing that flew with a 1S battery, and it worked better.
Yes.
And then we could turn it, and we could dive, and we could do like barrel rolls as well with
proper like a wing, actually like.
The difference was, can you switch the camera?
Go for camera. Go for camera.
Go for camera. The difference was, instead of it being like with the props here in the back, the props were all like that, so it would just push you.
Yes.
So it means that you couldn't hover with it.
No, but it behaved like a wing.
But it behaved like a wing,
The difference that I like about this one is that you can stop and hover.
Yes.
What I don't like is that it doesn't at all fly like a wing.
No, it's like a quad with like.
It's
bits,
a drone in the wing shape.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it. It doesn't fly like a wing. Way more like a drone.
Yes.
Doesn't like roll. Doesn't
do roll.
Doesn't do roll at all.
So that's the funny thing. Like when you're flying this, you have to turn.
You're yawing
like this. You can't. There's no.
You do get a little bit of a wing tip drop. You do.
Yeah. Yes.
But that's not on purpose. You didn't try to do that. That's just part of its own dynamic. But for me, I think it's a great little toy.
Yes.
It's not a wing.
No.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if the Switch Air is the same.
I think it's maybe even a little bit worse, but but if you watch their video, let's not stick it in. If you watch their video, at no point do they dive or roll.
No.
So I can't.
Because you can't. The motors are all. You can't roll.
No.
You can possibly roll. How would you roll?
It just doesn't have effect.
Unless
you get a fraction of a movement, but no roll.
Well.
Like there's something's going on. It's trying to, but it just can't cope.
Maybe you could roll.
The part of your problem is
that
if you're trying to roll, these two are going to be arguing with each other.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is trying to push you over, and this is trying to push you this way. So it's not going to roll in any fashion that you want it to roll in.
What if it's acro?
Go for it. Try it. We were scared.
You were scared to try it in acro.
Well, he was saying he did about 3 goes in acro, and he was like, no. So I was like, okay.
It goes crazy.
Yeah, it's just crazy, just completely crazy. Yeah. So if he ain't gonna fly it, then I ain't touching it. Yeah. But as a fun indoor, I'd like to see a hall full of these.
Yeah.
And if it's not FPV, we can get loads of them.
And that's the cool thing about this as well. I think you remember that we were talking that it was easy for the Hoover, for people to just get on and fly with the Hoover,
Yes.
Not fly, like race the Hoover, because it's so easy.
It is.
I think
you could. Yes,
I
reckon you could.
This might be.
If you could.
Close to the Hoover of the air, maybe.
I think you could. If you.
Because it does. When you throw up, it doesn't go like crazy.
No,
you actually have to go like.
You really have to get it to it's like it's got this weight to overcome.
Yes.
And when it gets to height, then it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it can like.
Then you can go around forward. I wouldn't really put it. I'd put it in a nice big space for people.
Big space.
Because as soon as it goes near a wall,
it's gonna crash.
If it hits any kind of things, So if you've got them in the middle of the big space, yeah, I would be quite happy to put new, brand new pilots on there. I wouldn't, because it is quite
It'd be interesting
easy.
to see, like to give this to like a kid that never flown anything
Yeah.
before and see
Yeah.
how good or bad he can do.
I think they do pretty well because it's very watchable. In line of sight especially, it's very, very comfortable. It's not scary.
So what we're
Like,
saying
just-
here is that FPV is bad for everything, and line of sight is good for everything.
No, we didn't say that here. We didn't. That wasn't said here. Like people, can we? Yeah, that yeah. Just this one thing.
And the Hoover.
No, I don't mind movers in FPV. Talking about,
But they're
movers in
different.
FPV.
It's different.
Um,
It's different.
it's different.
It's very different.
Yes, it is very, very different. Like woovers are, for me, that whole drifting
Yeah.
of the woover is just phenomenal.
Mm.
That's where I love that effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm not as in touch with it when I'm doing it line of sight. When we was doing the rocket ball stuff,
Yes.
it was great. You had like a really controllable little car
Yeah.
to chase it around, but I was still quite remote from it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Whereas when I'm drifting it, I
You're
really
in there,
feel
yeah.
it. Yeah, really get that feeling
But I
of
think
sideways.
for people that never done any FPV or line of sight, they'll probably enjoy it more in line of sight.
Yes, because again, the FPV is a thing you've got to get into. You have to learn the relationship of now what your eyes are seeing, remote to you.
Yeah.
Remember the whole problem with, that's why we did the woover in the first place,
Yeah,
was because trying to get people to fly and they couldn't understand the height difference.
Yeah. Especially when you're
Yeah.
inside, it's
When
even
you're
worse.
in-
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still the same point. It's still the same issue. So, I really want to segue. Can we segue?
Go on, segue.
Can we segue? I'm going to segue, guys. So, just recently, the same people that did the Tiny Whoop and the big mini quad sim, VMAC Media, have launched a Woover sim.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about this.
Yeah. And this is the sim. So we did some more testing. I've actually got the full thing now, the full version to play, and in a minute I might put it on to have a bit more of a game. But this is the simulator. This is the first little video that they've done. It's very, very good. Like, it's so close. I've tested it. You'll have a watch in a minute of us doing it in FPV mode like this. Jesse and I had a go the other day with Ray, the developer, and we was doing racing tracks, and then we started, oh, hang on a minute, the line of sight bit's quite interesting as well. Yeah, so we was playing both of them. It was really, really good fun. So it's very close to what we really want. I need the graphics like prettied up a little bit.
Hey, Martin.
I think that we can get quite a lot of traction out of this. Yeah. I think we can get quite a lot of traction out of this because it's very fun to play.
Yes.
Yeah, and very, very easy to pick up. Like, if you're trying to do, look how fast you're going.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do a flying simulator as a new person, you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
Whereas this is a lot easier. You've only got really two
like
controls.
a driving game, really, but with more drifting.
With more drifting, way more drifting. And that's something that I was talking to Ray about, was I'd like to get points for drifting. So as you go around and you see it properly,
There's
and
some
you're in
games
the
that
right
have that.
position. Yeah, I think I remember there was a game back in the day, a car game going
No, there is one.
Kudos.
No, there still is.
Yeah.
Like, what's it called?
You get points for drifting in the right place.
Yeah.
I love it. I utterly love it.
Put the game on.
Okay, so we'll put the game on for you now. I'm gonna have to, do some kind of stuff here.
Will it crash? Will it crash everything?
Let's do that. Yeah, this hopefully we won't crash. Let's see how many programs we can run at the same time. Yeah, it's gonna come up over there.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. So I've still got my mouse.
You can transition.
That's my mouse. Can we transition?
There we go.
There we go. full screen
Yeah,
that.
full screen.
It's full screen. Why is it not transition? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to have to turn my transmitter on.
Can you use goggles with that sim? Probably. You can just connect. You can connect goggles to the computer.
Yeah, then you just put in that to your AV out normally, or even HDMI if you've got the right goggles for it. So I'm just turning on my transmitter so that I can plug it in. Use it as a USB joystick. Fly solo. So this is still in dev, so you won't see the Woover itself. Right.
I think you need to connect the remote before the game loads. No?
I did. Oh,
No?
before the game loads. Oh, okay. 1 minute then. Oh, now I need to escape out of there in order to escape out of here. In order to load the game again. That was my fault.
Is it set as
I apologise.
Is it your first time doing this?
Yeah. I'm new at this stuff.
This live stream.
Oh, hang on, it's still not. Oh, hang on.
Again, you didn't set this. You have to set it before you load the
But
game.
it was already on.
No, it wasn't on the.
It was already on.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, I'm not good at this. Sorry. Can we talk to someone else? Like, I'm useless. Like, here we go. Alright, are you ready? Is it on now? That's on
so.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on. That's on.
See? Connecting to the server. Fly solo.
Fly solo.
See? No.
And it's still not doing it.
Key up. What is the key up thing?
Yeah, but I need my transmitter to do it. I think it must be confused. Okay. Alright, last try now. Sorry guys. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Alright, so I'm going to plug in this. Use as a joystick.
As a joystick? Wait. Open like your joystick controller thing.
What?
Type in joystick.
But I've never done that before, dude.
Set up game controllers.
Yeah, I've never done that before.
See, it doesn't show up there. So it's not going to work.
Why is it not?
Maybe it's the USB cable, or maybe we have too many USBs connected. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
No.
But it says USB joystick.
It does, because it detects the cable, but it doesn't mean that the cable will, will connect.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Can you type with a? Can you play with this?
With the keyboard.
What's that noise? It's like a cow dying here.
Oh, that's my little.
Oh, is it that? Oh, okay.
Thing. But it's really great game. Only you can't see it at all.
Well, you can play with the keys, no?
I've never actually played.
Yeah,
with
key up.
keys. No, not that one.
Oh, it's a hidden menu.
Well, this is a dev copy. So
Where can I get this game?
Well, okay, so you will be able to get the game very soon. It's right now. It's on a Kickstarter, and I'd like you all to join the Kickstarter. And I'm going to show you how to join that Kickstarter, and even give you the link, which is right here.
Yeah, just copy it in the chat.
And I will copy that into the chat for you. So go there. I'd like to stress to everyone that's asking, anyone that knows about the Rotor Rush sim, that the simulator, the Rotor Rush one, was on a subscription. Yep. This is not, I repeat, not a subscription.
Mm-hmm.
It's £5.
Okay.
You get the game in its entirety, and it's yours forever.
Good.
So for £5, I really can't see how you can object to it. So get over to there, onto the Kickstarter, which is there, and just help us launch this, because we kind of need some people to say, you know what, we think this is also a good game.
Yes.
The developers are there. Most of it's done.
There's only 8 backers so far, and 15 days to go.
Yeah, so we're running out of time. Most of it's done, as you can see, but there's a lot of work before it goes from there to an actual game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is just in the playground of one of the tiny areas.
Mm-hmm.
It wants loads more colours. It wants to be able to change the colour of the woovers, working out the teams. There's a lot more work. Yeah.
The Hoover Ball.
And Woov Ball as well. Now, there is an issue with Woov Ball.
What's the issue?
someone's PC or a PC would have to control the ball.
Oh, can't the ball just control itself?
Well, the multiplayer thing doesn't really work that way. Yeah.
Can't
So
you just
Ray's
spawn a
looking
ball
into
that?
it. He's looking into it now
Yeah.
to have like a proxy PC that controls the ball, because your physics are controlled on your PC,
Yeah.
and you're just telling it your physics.
Okay.
So what PC is telling it the physics of the ball? So you'd have to have another little server or a split part of his processor. It's just a technical issue.
Okay.
But that would have to have its own brain, as it were, even though it's not doing anything other than floating, waiting for you to come and bash it. It still needs a brain to control its own physics,
Okay.
and that's a PC.
Can't your PC control your, like the game host
I guess
control your Hoover and the ball at the same time?
your Hoover and the ball,
There we
one
go.
of the hosts. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. But when we was talking about it, that was a bit of the issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Excuse my front door ringy bell thing.
Yes.
So it's on its way, and if you watchers are interested in helping us launch the most amazing sim I feel that there is, I think it's amazing. Just get onto that Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get on the Kickstarter. Look at that action. That action is just phenomenal. Like I love this bit of drift, and it's just so much fun. Yeah, even just drifting on your own, just managing to get that corner.
I would love to see Hoover ball on this. Hoover ball on this.
Well, this is part of why we need people to get involved.
Hmm.
Yeah, if we can get the Kickstarter going, then we can go to first will be the drifty bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the woo ball will get added to it later on.
Okay.
Yeah, and different places, different tracks. Like right now,
And weaponized.
I'd like weaponized. I think that's quite interesting.
I'm still on the. We need some sort of robot wars for Hoovers.
Yeah, Hoover Wars. We could do something like that. But right now, look, it's in the playground of another tiny room.
Yeah.
And it's just off in the corner of the playground, just to
Yeah.
be in a world. But we could integrate all of this.
Levels.
We could integrate all of this into your race course.
Yeah.
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 And that's part of what needs to be done in the programming,
Okay.
and all of that. Yeah. So
Cool.
Hoover, please help us get that funded for a £5. Like,
Yeah, it's not
it's not a lot to get an actual game. It's a full game. It will be yours forever. There's no subscription. Yeah. I think that's about that for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So back to the wings,
Yes.
because you have this one.
Yes.
Do you want to put it on the?
Yes. This one here.
And this is the one that's working.
Yes, that works lovely.
And again, if you let me. Can we change that?
I don't know what you're trying to change.
I'm trying to change the. Is it this one? No.
No. Okay. So what was your point?
Wait.
He's trying to change stuff now.
Oh, text. It's this one.
Uh-huh.
Tap there. If you want to watch us in FPV, tell us in the chat. There we go. And then space. A lot of space. Space. There we go. Done.
Okay.
Excellent.
There
So,
you go.
again, if you wanna watch us fly this wing in FPV, let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
But
There is
aside
more.
from this wing,
There is more.
there are
He's gone to get it.
this one as well.
Brushless.
And brushless, yes.
Brushless.
But it doesn't work.
However, yes.
However,
Yes.
it doesn't work.
It has issues.
Now we don't know why,
And maybe one of you guys know.
but whenever and we've tried everything. Whenever we apply throttle, it just instantly goes into
Full yaw.
Yeah, full yaw.
Like, so much so that we've had to turn off Runaway.
I've just noticed something though.
Yeah. Oh, Carlos has noticed something.
The props are opposite to what this is.
Yeah, one of them's reverse props, isn't it?
Yeah. Should that make a difference?
I honestly don't know.
Maybe it does make a difference.
I can't tell you.
So
We've tried everything.
You know what? As this goes on, I'm gonna pop the props off,
And then
reverse
plug it
them
in and reverse them.
Yeah,
And just see.
you never know.
What? So you think props out is what's your in?
I don't know.
And if it had props in, it wouldn't your.
I don't know.
Go for it. Go for it. I'll give you a prop remover if you want.
Yes,
I want it to fly.
Yes. Because this is 2S,
That is 2S.
and if this flies,
We'd be very happy.
it's a game changer. Like even on Yo, like when we just like put the battery in and press the remote control, it's like
plenty of
a
power.
boomerang flying at your face.
No, there is plenty of power. At 2S, there is plenty of power. We tried so many things.
Yes.
We've been through the full list of what could be wrong with this, and we've come up short.
Yes.
Yeah?
And then I tried my own at home.
And then Carlos has been building too. Carlos, now don't laugh. Don't laugh. I can see you all. Don't laugh now.
Why would they laugh?
I don't know,
Because
Carlos.
this is amazing.
I don't know, Carlos.
Look,
Why
it's
would
so
they laugh?
amazing.
Why would they laugh? They're so evil and cruel. It's terrible.
So the problem with mine is that it's just too heavy. That's it. That's the only thing.
Is that the only problem?
That's the only problem.
Okay. The only problem.
The
is
rest
that
is
too
like
heavy.
it's legit.
It
This is a legit.
That is a legit.
If you don't know what this is
you
like
don't
an X
Ishin.
Ishin Hoover.
The Ishin, yeah.
Hoover, but
If you want to call it that. Yeah.
But it's too much for it to fly. Gems.
Well, that thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm even going to let them watch it. So, let's show it on the big screen. No, it's video. That one. So this is what it used to be before Carlos chopped it about, and it kind of worked. There's that thing.
Huh?
It does work.
It does work. It works really well.
Yeah.
That's why I'm surprised it doesn't. It didn't like it.
It's
With
very
the setup.
strange. I'm not sure if it's got too much weight on it.
I think it's the weight. So what I wanted to do live.
So this is it flying. So Carlos
this is
thinks
it.
some
this is
kind
fine,
of
yeah.
wing circumcision is going to help.
Definitely gonna help.
Yeah? It's going to help. So, if you want to watch Carlos being, awfully mean, I think, to the wing.
No.
Yeah.
Just a little snip here. Because I'm very curious to see, is it the weight?
He is cutting.
It's done now.
He's cutting it.
Is it the weight? I don't know.
Can you cut it in camera?
Huh?
At least? Can you cut it?
Yeah, I'm cutting
Okay,
it.
so there you go. So it's gone back to pretty much what you started with. Yeah. Like, I think that's what it was, isn't it?
This is exactly
So
what
it looks very similar.
It's a Hoover.
It looks very similar, Carlos. Look at that and look at this. What? That's the same.
I'm gonna chop it off a bit more.
What? Make it round at the front, or like what? Pointy out.
There we go.
Well, what's left?
Huh? It doesn't need much.
Doesn't need much. It doesn't need a lot. At all.
Because what I want to check is it because I had kind of the same problem that transit to the I had kind of the same problem that this one had as well, which was it was just it was yawing and it wasn't even lifting, but when it was lifting it was trying to yaw a little bit. So I don't know if this isn't working because of the weight.
Okay, you
or-
cut it up
or
now.
the
Stop
prop-
talking. Get it in the air.
And look,
Shut up and fly.
look, wait.
Show me it flying.
Look, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Look, have you noticed something?
No.
This is inwards as well.
Oh, they're inwards as well.
Yes, and these are not.
Swap them round. We'll plug it into Betafly and
Oh, you
reverse
have to.
the props.
Yeah,
reverse
and
the
then you have
motors.
to be all heli as well.
Then we'll have to do that as well.
Right, so I'm gonna plug a battery.
We'll do all of this live with you guys. This live fixing.
Yeah.
So
What- What can go wrong?
but first, we've got Carlos. I don't even know what to call that now. In
What?
his,
The
well,
Hoover.
that's no longer a woover. Like in any fashion, I couldn't call this a woover, guys. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's going to go in the air now. Yeah.
All right.
So
Welcome to OpenTX.
let's see what.
Switch warning.
Good luck.
All the switches are off.
I'm
all
scared.
right.
I'm just going to say it like that, just blatantly, that I think I'm terrified.
Well, we
by
can
what
put
this
it on
thing's
the big
gonna do.
camera. That's it.
What this thing is about to do.
So the cool thing about this, that's why I think it's going to be really cool in a wing, is that it can go
It does transition. That's the only thing I liked about
from
it.
this into this.
That's good.
So
That's good. That's the
and-
only thing I liked.
But that this begs the question.
Hang on a second. 1 minute.
Wait.
That just goes junk.
Yes.
How controllable? That's not controllable at
It
all.
is. That's why you were saying that this
Yeah.
can't be flat because it wouldn't go.
No, because it wouldn't go slow.
It wouldn't go slow. Oh, it means like it goes super fast.
It would go fast.
Forward.
Like the wings.
Mm.
That's almost a wing. Yeah.
So this will be
With fake lift. Like if that was vertical, these lifters,
yeah.
if you had a slightly bigger wing section,
Yeah.
it's very small. These lifters would just aid lift.
To the left. Yes.
But these are going. You would be then flying. Is
Yes.
what I'm trying to say.
So
And you'd need a wing section.
so this
a
will
proper
probably
wing
work
section.
better than this then.
In what respect? In going forward.
Yes.
Once it's.
In hovering.
Try it. Come on, get it in the air. Get it in the air. Are you watching this, guys?
Yep.
That's what happened.
I don't know why, because it was working before. So why isn't it working?
That's a disaster. So 2 disasters on our show today. Thank you very much for that, Carlos. I think you should just go back to swapping the props around on this. That's
No, this is something else.
that's
like
struggling
one
on
of
the
the
floor.
motors.
It's struggling. It's struggling to do anything.
I think it's one of the motors that's causing the problem.
No.
No?
No.
No? Did I connect something wrong?
No. I'm not solved. Okay. Whilst
Requires more.
Whilst Carlos is
more building.
Whilst Carlos is doing that
Yeah.
off there, I want to do a little bit of a rant. Yeah, I'm sorry, but just certain things annoy me, and I just want to share it with the world in order for me to feel better, I guess. I was doing my usual looking over and around for drones and stuff because I love doing that, and I came across this thing here, and I'm
Beautiful.
I'm stunned and annoyed.
Get me too.
Whilst I like the idea of trying to work out a way of
Drones helping.
pollinating flowers
Help.
and drones being involved
Mm-hmm.
somehow, just the lack of any kind of understanding
On how drones work.
behind this whole thing annoys the daylights out of me. You've got these 2 massive props here, and yet the flower's not moving anywhere, and this thing is supposed to have a little vacuum cleaner in it that sucks up pollen and then blows it back out
Legit.
at the flowers.
Super legit. Here we are
And-
making wings, and these people are in
And
the future.
you know, they're even looking at it in large agricultural scale, and it's just so annoying. And what's annoying is that they're being lauded as such a great idea, and you know, this is great and blah. It's not. I have to tell you, and I'm sorry to use this kind of language, but it's utter bollocks. So I don't know why people are allowed to get away with this kind of thing. This is a lack of understanding and a lack of knowledge. Like, really, I've seen it on too many websites for me to just let it go. It's not just this one little website. It's been all over the place, being, what a great idea. No, it's not. It's utterly ridiculous. Sorry. So that's my little rant. Thanks a lot. I've had my time now. I want to just change it now to something a bit more positive. Oh, it's flying a little bit
Well,
better.
it hovers, but I don't know why. Oh, there we go.
And then, oh, you've got a dead motor.
I think it's a motor, isn't it?
Either your motor or your ESC's cut out there, back left.
I think Back left, yes. And I
Back
think
left.
when I was pushing this, I kind of bent this over.
You
So-
bent the pins. You bent the pins.
It might be the pins that are not
Okay.
connected.
So while Carlos is still playing it, oh hi John, how you doing from Greece? How you doing, buddy? I want to talk about something else quite interesting. I came across this today, and this has been flashing all over Facebook today, and I really like this. Like, it might look on the surface a bit silly. Yeah? No. It might look on the surface a bit silly.
Might look.
I think it's quite a good idea.
What do you mean with might look?
No, because look, part
It
of
does
the
look.
issue is that you've got it right on the stick. If that was like a lot further away, if it was a lot further away,
It'll
that
be worse.
handle, no, because then it would be more like real plane.
But
Yeah, do you understand? You don't
it's up and down, not
you don't do this. Yeah, it's
I
to a
do
plane.
this.
Yeah, you do you know it's like that. Yeah, there's a lot more action going
No,
on.
don't do that.
Yeah.
The pain.
All of this. The throttle thing, yeah, that's a throttle because you set that. And if they could take out
Yes.
the yaw and give me 2 little foot pedals, yeah, take out the yaw, give me 2 little. Yes, Lee Butler, it is you. That's the man. In case anyone wants to know who it was Lee. I blame Lee totally, but I still like it.
Yes.
I still like it.
You
Yeah?
want to tilt the
No.
and then when you put it in your butt and you go like,
That's
go! Maybe you don't have any arms.
No, I
Or legs.
don't want to fly it with
Maybe
my arms.
if you
No.
don't have any arms
I
or
just
legs.
think that it needs to be a lot longer to get the actual
For the ladies.
for the ladies, yeah, for the actual control of it. I you know, this wrist action. Other than that, I think it's quite funny. Yeah. With some force, yeah. Look, there's people actually seriously taking us seriously
With force feedback.
with force feedback on your joystick. It could work.
That's the deal.
It could. Why not? What's wrong with you? Why are you laughing? Don't laugh at it. I think it's funny. I like it.
No, you know what? Put it back. Put it back.
Oh, God. Hang on. I have to make it big picture.
Yes. So, here's what I would like to
Will
see.
you stop laughing?
I can't. It's too funny. Here's what I would like to see. So it doesn't look.
Alright, the shaping, fine, the shaping.
Not even the shaping. It's just
If it had proper
obviously.
trigger handle looking thing, you wouldn't be talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, John knows. You want a VR foot controller.
Yeah,
And-
that's
but
what
not
I'm
just a
saying.
foot controller.
No, that's what I'm saying. I want to take the rudder out for pedals.
Yes, but this can't be here.
No,
Can't
that's on
be
the floor.
On the radio. No, even this can't be on the radio. What it should be is you take those. Actually, you should take all the radio apart and just
take
use.
the gimbals out.
Take the gimbals out, mount it in another surface that looks like a control box, and have like something, something like a proper radio. That would look cool.
I'm happy to go with that. I'm with you on that.
Yes.
It's just the only thing for me. It just needs that length because that's the way to fly. If you're gonna do it,
Okay, so you'd like
Yeah.
at home, you would like a proper big stick, but you know that you'd have to.
I won't be stirring such a massive cauldron. No, you know what I mean. That's a bit ridiculous, Carlos. Yeah? I think probably about there somewhere. Probably
Okay.
about there, so that you've got enough pitch forward and
Then
back.
you'd have to sit like this. It would have to be
Yeah,
something
no,
that's
here.
on the floor.
No, I want to.
Oh,
I want it
it's in
here
your
in the
crotch.
middle, in my crotch. That's where it should be. I want it in.
That is where it should be.
It should be. Not, yeah, but that's where it should be. There, like on my seat. Like if there was
Oh
something,
my
maybe
God.
if there was 2 little things like that in the box, and my legs held it in place. So
Yes.
I put it on the chair and then put my legs on it. Do you understand?
Yes.
And then I've got the legs are holding it,
Oh, yes, your butt.
Yeah.
Think your butt.
and a couple of foot players. Yeah. John, we know. Look,
Listen, but how can we? how-
amused Carlos today? I tell you that much. Yeah.
How could we transit
From there,
because the joystick is done. It works pretty good, right?
yeah.
But how can we transit the foot pedals? there.
I wouldn't look to taking the gimbals out of there. I would
No?
look to going from the trainer pull.
For the
Yeah.
trainer port.
Yeah. so that I would have a whole new gimbal,
Okay.
separate throttle on its own one.
But I like
Pair of
using something that you already have. So maybe you have a radio, like an old radio that you don't use anymore.
I've got loads of them sitting there.
That you don't use anymore.
Yeah.
And you could actually
rob the gimbals out. But you see, the thing is,
not rob the gimbals, rob the whole radio.
Yeah. Take all the transmitters and all
do
that
the
lot and make it over. But what you do want to do is the part of it, you want to split that left gimbal. So that's only for one axis. Then you'd have to find those two, the potentiometers, and put them onto foot pedal things. I just think it'll be fun. Right ass to take it anywhere.
Check the YouTube
to take it anywhere, to do any kind of transport with it. Yeah.
Lee, is this safe for work? Is this safe for us to put here? What's gonna happen?
Do we have to watch? Oh, hang on. Let me just transition first. Let me watch it first. All right. No. It looks very safe. It looks very safe. So look, he's got the same kind of short throw joystick, and I've played flight games with that, and it's not right. Yeah, it works, but it needs to be way longer as far as I'm concerned.
So why does he have a joystick and conversion active? Why does he have a joystick with a radio? Oh, I get it.
See, he's done what he's done is plugging in the trainer.
No, but he did the other way around. So what he's doing is he has a radio.
Yeah.
He connected the trainer port to a joystick, and he's flying an actual plane, like an FPV plane, with a joystick instead of the radio.
Yes.
So he's done the opposite.
To what? To Lee.
To what? Yeah. So Lee is trying to convert his radio into a joystick. This guy actually.
That's what I'm saying to do. Yeah. That's what I'm saying to do. Is not bother messing up your transmitter at all. Make another unit.
Yes.
Yeah. That's got decent throw with your sticks and that, and got foot pedals, and plug that into your transmitter. Then you don't have to hurt your transmitter. But the whole idea, I like it.
It's a conversion. It's just signal conversion from your
I like it.
Radio to your joystick.
I'm sure there was a video of him actually flying it, Lee, wasn't there? There was a video of him, of someone with a big old box. Yeah, and it was. Look, let me...
Lee, sure. That's him. That's Lee. Argos FPV? Maybe that's Lee?
That could well be Lee. But there was a video not long ago, and I did watch it. Was it on Facebook? And he was... no, there it is. So...
Oh, that's the same.
So it's a very similar setup. I don't think it's the same.
It's the same. It's the exact same one. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
See, it's the same. It's Argus.
Oh, it is. Ah, okay. I should take more note.
See, Recon UAV.
Yeah. Oh, it is also you, Lee. Yeah. And then look, and he's looking into a little box. Someone else is launching that for him.
Interesting.
Oh, it is. I like the idea. I want to play. Yeah, but it's a nice idea to think of that.
I want this for my games.
For your games?
For a computer game.
Well, you're halfway there with the joystick. I don't know
but I don't want the joystick. I want to use the radio. An old radio that I don't use anymore, and it's just reconverted for...
What?
For that purpose.
To do wing stick? To do that?
Yeah.
To do what?
With pedals.
Yes. If I'm going to make one, I'm going to make one that does cars. I'm sorry. I want a wheel.
You want a wheel?
Yeah. I want a wheel. We was out in America not long ago, as you guys know, and we met with Chris. Do you remember we went to Chris's place?
There's a lot of laziness from Facebook. Yeah, it's just because of how the program that we're using to separate the comments work. If you want like real-time comments, just go to the Facebook stream. It'll be fast.
Okay.
Yes.
So we went to Chris's. Do you remember?
Yes.
And he had the whole VR thing, which was great, waving your arms about and that. But he also had it as a car.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With the force feedback in the steering wheel, with the full VR helmet. And that was lovely.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I have at home.
I could have carried on playing. Yeah? Like if I was at your house, you'd have to leave.
I would have to leave.
You'd have to leave and just leave me there because I just wouldn't care about anything else. Or you could stay there to keep pressing the reset button for me. Yeah, the restart. But yeah, I utterly love that whole VR thing. And if we can get more feelings like that into what we do, I'm up for it. Which is why I like, I don't ridicule the idea. A lot of people have been laughing at it on some of the posts.
It's funny, it looks like a...
Because it looks funny. But if you see beyond that...
Yeah, it's quite interesting. That's why I got inspired, like, oh, this could be something that I could use in a different way. Like, I would have to take it away from...
Yeah, my only issue is that it's a bit bulky.
Bulky?
Yeah. Like, to take to a field. I already don't carrying stuff with me. Yeah. So to carry that with me as well would be a bit thin. But if it was there, I'd want to have a go. Yeah. Is my...
Yeah, like if you have a chair that you just unfold and it has all the stuff in there, that would be cool, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if a chair would be... I don't know, would you? How would you make a chair that's got a dildo sticking out the middle for you? It's going to look funny sitting in the corner of the room.
No, but you could just have a chair that with a system that, like you said, it just like hooks up underneath your legs.
Under your legs.
So you're supporting the...
You're keeping it in place.
And then you just like... And then you have something that you can just attach to the arm of the chair for the throttle. And then a separate little pedals to pedal up.
I'm in.
But that would be for planes. I actually saw this. No, I saw this.
Hang on, why couldn't you use that for quads?
I think I saw this in Facebook.
Why could you not use that for quads?
Because pedals for yaw, it would be your mind would be so confused. You wouldn't be able to do it
Why?
properly.
You'd learn how to do it. Everyone learns how to do stuff.
Check something here.
You could just type it in there.
No, it wasn't here. I think it was in...
That is Facebook.
In YouTube. No, well, it was in Facebook, but maybe it's in YouTube.
Even he doesn't know where it is.
Brazilian. VPF. Brazil, what was it? Plane practice FV.
So, I hope you guys realise that we do make this show up as we go along. So there's at least 3 minutes worth of pre-show working out. So now, Carlos, which one is it, do you think?
No, there's none of those.
None of those ones?
No, it's a guy. It was a couple of guys, and I understood it was in the WhatsApp, I think.
Well, you ain't going to find it here, are you? Yeah, okay.
And it was a guy just testing. It had like a chair, like one of those coffee shop chairs.
Okay.
With all of this attached, and the guy was like training for a plane, like flying FPV, and he was like, wow, 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 screaming in Brazilian.
Because it was
in
fun.
our chat, I think.
Because it was fun.
It was fun, yeah. Especially because it's an FPV, and you have, it's like a plane, really.
I like it.
You can taxi to runway. You can do a lot of stuff that plane things do.
Well, I want that feeling. Like the sticks is never. It's good. You can feel it. I'm not going to argue with that. But that actual feeling of pulling these sticks around.
I wouldn't be able to fly like that. Because how do you throw? You'd have to be like. Because you'll fly a lot more.
Not as hard as you think. Honestly, it's not as hard as... No.
For a drone,
no,
it will
when
be.
you first got into a car, there was the steering wheel and the gear stick and the foot pedals.
Oh, it's easy for me.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It is. Honestly, it's the same thing. You'd have to try it to know.
I would love to try it. I just think I would completely suck because it would be like, this would feel very wrong for me.
Because you're doing lots of stabbing in your mind, it's more of a stirring, more of a stirring than a stabbing.
It's like this.
No, I don't know what that is, but that's not what it is.
This comes to mind.
Again, John, if it's not safe, man, you can't just do stuff like that, bros. We have to vet it first. All these links. If you want to show people stuff, just make sure it's good.
It's gonna be someone with it. That's the one. Yeah, that's I think.
Look. Oh, God.
They can.
There you go. This is the one that Carlos.
That's exactly, or something very similar to this. Yes.
That looks a lot like it, doesn't it? Like FPV. Do you think it will show us that page? FPV pilot.
Nope.
utterly useless. But yeah, that does look quite easy to make.
It's so easy.
Really,
All you need is compressors.
That
and
looks
then,
awesome. But where's the? Oh, hang on, that's
Here.
in the middle.
Yeah, that's in the chair.
That looks really good.
That's for a helicopter. Imagine getting decapitated by some. Oh, there's a guy sitting there.
No,
Oh, I
no,
can't
no.
control
I
it
think you
anymore.
could use that for a plane as well, or even a drone. I don't see why not.
No.
Why not?
I would crash it so easily. I'm sure.
Only because you think that there's too many different controls, but they're
No,
all
because-
intuitive controls.
Because the intuitive control for me is this controls, so my left hand controls speed and yaw, which I apply when I'm going forward. So when I'm pitching,
that's because
I
it's-
yaw as well.
Yeah, but
you know?
on a transmitter,
And you wouldn't be able to do that with the feet.
on a transmitter, yeah, that's where you'd find it. Yeah, that's where you'd be.
It'd be
But
very
in an
funny to
actual
try
plane,
this, yeah.
trust me, left foot for left yaw and right foot for right yaw is so intuitive.
Maybe
It's just so intuitive.
maybe Lee, was it Lee Butler?
Yeah.
Lee, do you have pedals as well for your setup? I don't think he does, right? It's just a joystick.
No, he doesn't have pedals as far as I know.
Yeah.
He'll be able to tell us that. But I don't think he's got pedals.
Oh shit, that's alright.
Yeah, I'm just sharing this one to the tube,
Oh.
to this page here, because
Huh?
somebody asked where the live stream is.
Oh.
That's the live stream just gone in there. So if anyone wants the live stream, that's where it is. Sorry, so
Yes.
do you think it's a good idea?
Terrible.
You think it's a terrible idea?
For drones. Well, I don't know. I would like to try it.
I think
regardless.
we'd need to try it to know.
Yeah.
That would be the issue. Yeah. If you could, if anyone's got one of these,
Yeah.
Lee,
Try it.
tell us what it's like.
Yeah.
Like, I
Come over.
bring it over. You're very welcome. You know, with interesting stuff like that. I think I think it will work. You don't think it will work.
For planes,
but-
definitely. For planes, I would love to sit like an idiot in a park with this chair, like, wow, I'm flying. I would love to. But for quads, I don't know.
Why
So,
not?
it's-
What's the quad objection? What do you think is going
What?
to be too difficult for
The
quads?
yaw. The yaw, just the yaw. That's
But
it.
you're still
I'm
yawing
gonna
like-
go on the seat trying to yaw with this hand. Like moving like an
until
idiot.
you work yourself out.
Yes.
Until you work it out. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. But
What about going to a race with one of these?
imagine carrying that to the race.
or with two like this.
That's not
Two
gonna-
huge
that's not
joysticks.
fun, is it? You know, that don't sound like fun.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Right. Before it goes dark,
Yes.
should we fly this FPV just for the people?
Did people want to see it?
Yeah, there was a couple
Yeah.
of requests.
Okay.
I
Then
wanna
let's go
see
to FPV.
But do I have a battery that's charged?
Ah, well, that would be useful.
Do you have a LiPo checker?
I think it's up there next to the scales. It should be, or in that little box.
Nope.
No?
Oh,
No.
no, this one doesn't have it.
No.
No?
Look on Jose's bench there, then.
Huh?
Look, gone back there.
Don't know.
I don't know. Because the last time I saw it was on that bench there. It was on the bench.
You don't have any LiPo checkers laying around?
On the bench. That's where it was. I started, just to change the subject a little bit, I started to make my Das Micro. This little, have you guys seen this? I don't know how many of you have seen this. I utterly love these. Look at how small that is. That's called a Das Micro 87. And unfortunately, I've already broken a bit. I did warn you guys. I did warn you.
Don't buy this.
There is a hub in here, and in order to put the hub in, you have to bend it a bit. And I might have been a little bit too over anxious with my bending, and I've broken it.
Let me try.
I need
let
to
me try a
change my
LiPo.
hub. This one here.
Let's see if it works.
I can't even get it out of the bag now. Come here. Oh, it's on the runaway.
Oh, we have a LiPo.
Aha,
Shall we try it?
you can do.
I don't know if it's good or bad.
So can you see that? How small that is? Let me see if I can get it on the closey cam.
Oh my god, that's tiny.
So that is the bit that I've broken.
That's how tiny it is. That
Yeah,
piece.
so that's supposed to have 2 little brass arms, and I've broken one of them off.
Good job.
Good job, eh? Good job. Okay, so back to the actual show.
Oh, there we go. Lee's on YouTube now.
Back to the actual show.
Oh, this is. Oh, it's supposed to be in the middle.
Let's see. So Carlos is going to fly the wing for us. Do you want to take it outside? Or you want to fly in here? You can. We fly in here, but not FPV.
Can try and fly FPV here first.
He's brave.
Do you want to?
Do I want to what? Move my head out?
Oh, we have it already.
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it doesn't like to catch stuff.
It wants to go forward. That's the problem. Oh, there it is. It should be on the camera now.
It is on cam. It's there.
Oh. No, didn't like that.
Yes. So you want to take it outside while you've got a little bit of light left?
I don't know if this battery is... Oops. Yeah, can try.
You can try.
Let's do a quarter liftoff.
Are we waiting? Oh, there we go. Oh, he is so brave. That's a tight little alleyway, bros.
Huh?
That's tight. That's tight.
It's like a...
That is tight.
Not tight.
But you're a pro pilot.
Look at that.
There we go. So that is the wing flying, as you can see. There's proof that it does work. It's out there flying and trying not to crash. That's struggling with the wind there, isn't it?
It's very struggling.
That is. You want to turn back quickly, mate, because you want to go over the tracks.
See, like the turning, the yaw is so...
The yaw's great. The yaw is great, and then it...
Can I bring it back?
I really don't know. Like, you don't hit the pole. Pro pilot. That was close. That was close. You know, you was on target-ish. So that one does actually fly, unlike this one that just yaws. Not really sure.
Yeah. It is quite... I don't know if it's because...
I'd like to see you change these props around.
Change what props?
Those props.
On those? Yeah, we can try.
On the brushless jobby.
Let me try another battery.
Yeah, I think if we could change the props on the brushless job, because that's the only difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only difference that's out there.
That I can see, yeah.
Yeah?
And maybe because the air rushing with the props going out instead of in, maybe it makes a difference. I don't know. Because the whole surface of air is different, isn't it?
We have really tried. We've tried pretty much everything that we could think of. And none of them wanted to work. We're going for another flight.
Of course.
We are.
While there's still lights? Okay.
Did I turn that off? I think I turned that off.
Oh.
That means that you have to unplug that.
Welcome to OpenTN.
Do you reckon? Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
What a weird FC. Normally it will just bind.
It's just the nature of weird FC, isn't it? I think that one.
Alright.
That's the maker fire, yeah. Rubbish.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't like walls too much.
And it's strange because it cuts off as soon as it hits the wall.
It'll go into failsafe.
Yeah. Why? Because
it's maker fire.
Does it make it fire?
Yeah. Like we just pulled it out of the old drawer, like the Junkie drawer. And it flies lovely on a very calm, still day. And now he's doing gates and targets.
So I'm not, just so they know, I'm not applying any...
So you've got no nose down, no pitch down on there,
Yeah.
have you?
Well, if like
That-
this
that's
is
hovering,
yeah.
and then the full
And if I
pitch
put-
is there.
That's not full pitch. It's close to full pitch, but it's not
Because
exactly.
we've set
full
it
pitch.
so that full pitch won't go any more than flat. Yeah.
See if we can bring it
So
back.
that's your fastest is the.
But
is just
I
flat.
noticed like I have to stay within boundaries here. I can't go too far away because I noticed I don't have the power to come back. Like it's fully controllable. I'm doing like slides around this.
Yeah, you're making
This
gates.
thing,
Look,
but-
you know where you.
oop.
Don't hit that
Oop.
post. Don't hit that post. Yeah. Just while he's off recovering, this is one of Dino's drone dippings that I was saying. Can you see that is very individual,
Yeah, the control is
very very special,
the control is slightly there, but not.
but not quite.
Not
Like I
quite.
say, you're fighting a lot of wind there that you don't even realise you're fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you was to fly that in a hole,
Yes.
that would fly really really well. Yeah.
In a hole. Yeah, definitely. The hole would look a lot better.
It would
This is
fly
just more yawn, beta flight if you have props.
Oh, where's my prop window? Why is it
So
every tool that you want I
we're
don't
gonna
have?
try and just swap the props from these.
We're going to swap them around. Just use that. We're going to swap the props from outwards to inwards. Will it make any difference? Does anyone know if that is what the issue is? We're taking off, instantly you're in. Is it because they're out and not in? I don't know.
I don't think anyone would know because this
I
has
don't
not
see
been
how
done yet.
I don't see how that's going to check. Under the desk.
Under the desk. Then you hit
Oh.
your head on that.
I've banged my head now.
So
Oh.
this is a trick, by the way, that I have in order to know that I'm gonna put the props the right way up
Okay.
when I
When you take them
re-put
off,
it. So before I take the last prop,
you put one more on.
yes.
Aha.
Huh?
Aha.
Tips and tricks.
As long as you don't take that one back off again.
So
So you want to go opposite to this.
yes. So
So
I
you
want to go
put that
inwards.
same one this side.
Yeah. No, I just put it here on the back, so I don't.
That doesn't. No, that's not right.
It is. Yes. See, it's the opposite of that.
It's the opposite of that.
Yeah. So it's gonna go in
That's
instead
fine.
of out.
Okay, it's the opposite of that. Don't ever argue with Carl. Because he knows. He knows all about it. And then we're going to have to do beta flight as well, aren't we?
We need to do beta flight, and we need to do. We can put it here so people can watch as well.
We can do.
Maybe
but
learn a little
I'm
bit.
actually thinking about the lead. I think we don't need the FPV view anymore, do we?
No, we don't.
That's gone there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not
and,
butterfly.
and it would help if I opened the correct one. Yeah. And beta flight is going to open up for us any second now. Ready for you.
So we have
Find it, doing it.
here
There it is.
everything in the right way, hopefully.
So people that know beta flight would know this website. And you're going to plug that in.
Yeah. Could possibly, but doesn't it depend on how it's set up on Betaflight? Yeah, on Betaflight it's all it's the
Right, we're
exact
just
same thing
changing
as the
now.
other one. So what we have to do is to go to configuration here on the left hand side, which you guys can see actually, and then change the motor direction instead of reversed. It's inwards. Yeah. So 7 reboot. Right.
Do you think that's it?
So it's
Oh.
inwards. Yeah. So now we have to go into
Inwards.
BL Heli as well.
Uh-huh.
And for BL Heli, you're gonna need a battery to connect to it. Do you have BL Heli?
I did have BL Heli. You should have asked me this
Just
before.
Type. Oh. BL Heli.
And then BL Heli, you have to reverse it in there as well.
Yes. So you connect to the port. Is that the right port? No, 26. Connect. Nope. So you probably need to disconnect it and connect it again.
I'll mess around with this lead.
Yeah. just close BL Heli and reopen it again. Also, oh, that's why. You need to disconnect this from Beta Flight first.
Oh, you really put it
Because
in
you
there
can't.
for you can't have it in both, can you?
Heli. That's it.
That's the one.
So you can't reconnect it to Beta Flight and try to connect to BL Heli. Wait a second. So in order to read the setup, you first have to have a battery connected to
And
your...
if you had a big drone, you would take your props off at this point.
But we don't, so... Oh, look at this. Remote control FPV cockpit. We're going to check that next.
We are going to come back to that.
So
in a
lead
minute.
setup.
Where's my little mousey thing?
There we go. Fingers crossed. So now we just set everything to reverse, 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 and reverse. And then right. Okay, it's good. You can disconnect it.
That's good.
And now, fingers crossed.
So we can unplug really
You can
now,
unplug
and you
it,
can
yeah.
try and fly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unplug. You want to go?
Let me disconnect
Have
this. You
that.
can go back to the bigger chat.
Let's see if it works. Because right now it don't work. And while we're seeing if that works,
If you want more yaw authority to overcome the extra mass along the axis, bump up the P gain on yaw. Yeah. First we want to hover it.
we want
think
to
for
make sure it
hovering,
works.
yeah.
Because it's just yawing like really uncontrollably.
Will it work?
Welcome to OpenTX.
So I need to change to the right setup. And?
Oh, she's in the air! She's in the air! Well, that's interesting.
See, we learned something new
That
today.
was not something. That really is floating. Oh, I want to try that outside now. Very good, but I want to try that outside now.
Outside?
Okay.
We can try outside.
Yes, but our viewers won't be able to see it with us
No. Well, they'll be able to see it, but they won't be able to hear it.
either.
No, they can see it. But
Oh,
they
if you
can't.
take another drone out with us.
Yes.
You mean plug that one back into there? But that's not going to pick up without us turning OSB
Probably
back
not.
off.
But they
and
wouldn't
back
be able
on.
to hear us, though.
Yeah, no, they won't be able to hear us. It worked. Oh,
So look at that.
So-
Like it seems that
props out is bad.
because it's basically how the air is flowing around the drone is what
Well, that's very, very interesting.
what makes it work or not or doesn't.
Props
make it
out
work.
is bad. So this is what we made. We've made a couple of little holders here, 3D printed businesses to hold your motors. And props out seems to be bad. How very interesting. Okay, we need to do some more
Telemetry
testing on this
lost.
to know.
But now definitely this with FPV. Shall I solder FPV quickly on this and go for a fly?
You'd have to unsolder it off of there.
Yeah.
Unsolder it off of there. He's going to go and do some soldering now. Yeah, and while he's doing that, I'm going to show you the link
I'm very curious.
that John just showed us. Remote control FPV cockpit. Isn't that interesting? Look where he's got the joystick, right in the middle. And he's got the throttle there. He's probably got 2 foot pedals down the bottom there. Yeah, and a bit of a screen. Let's turn it on and get a bit of sound.
Let me see. That iron is heating up. Oh my god, look at that.
What?
He's quite
How
slow.
come?
But again, are you gonna drag all this stuff to
No,
a field?
this is in your back room. This is in your house.
Okay.
This ain't
I'm
going
all for
to
that.
the field with you. But
Hey, Superfly.
hey,
Super
kitchen
Super
can,
Lee. Super Flea. Super Flea.
super flea.
Heavy breathing. Wait, is this you, Lee, as well?
No,
That's not Lee.
no. Come on then.
But look at because you see, so he's mounted. It's a wing mounted
Okay.
on
Yep.
on a release
That's a
thing.
bungee
See?
release,
Yeah,
yeah,
a bungee
yeah.
release for a wing.
Bungee release.
So that means that he doesn't. If it's a wing, he's not gonna have pedals.
He's got
either.
pedals. I'm sure he's gonna have pedals.
See, it's
Woo!
it's Lee. It is Lee.
How's he yawing?
How you yawn?
Yeah.
You have pedals.
I'm sure there's got to be.
Now look at the flaps and stuff. This is mental. This is next level.
Wow, I got some roll trim in that fucker. My current's way off. Holy crap, did I go that far that fast?
You were 2,000 feet away.
I got way too much control.
2,000 feet away. He's not even been 30 seconds out. My word.
No, feet. The feet is like.
That's still far, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Meters. Just
3
give me
foot to a meter.
3 foot to.
It's
Oh,
still
it's
far.
I don't need to do maths.
It's far.
What if the channel goes away? Like if the TV runs out of juice.
I want to know if there is. I want to know
It's not me.
if there is any foot pedals.
Who's that?
I'm not seeing foot pedals.
No, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I'm not seeing any foot pedals.
There might be. I don't know. Right. So this is done.
Yeah, you get back to doing what you're doing. That's right, interesting.
Hey, what were you finding on your current draw?
Mine was really
He
weird.
really
It
is
was
flying
like
there,
a
isn't he?
straight, throttle curve in there. I
Wow.
think about 8 to 10 was good though.
The screen's looking a little bit washed out because we're watching it through another screen, recording the screen, but it must look very good to him, like very clean. It's interesting he's got 2 screens there, like, is it a portable unit?
How's that
He's
look?
throwing a telly on
Boy,
it?
that thing wants to pitch when you hit the throttle, doesn't it?
Woo, it went, well, it's me on the stick too. It's just so sensitive.
Yeah.
Really need to cut down the. I'm half tempted to throw on the high rates just see what would happen.
So is this,
Give yourself some
you know, like you have fly-by-wire, would this be fly-by-wire-less?
That's low rates.
I
An
really
activity
do.
alarm.
I really do like that. There is a lot to like in this. I think, you know, for the whole simulator real thing, if you want to play, that's a great way to play. But you think he's indoors
Woo, where am
and
I?
there's someone else outdoors? Like you need
maybe.
you need a bunch of mates.
Well, you have to
out
be
do
close to the
this.
field because it was like talking to the other person.
That's it?
So maybe that's in
50
a
feet?
trailer. Maybe they've put
Yeah.
that in a
Holy
trailer,
crikey.
Yeah.
and they
Possible.
pull the trailer to the field, and then
Yeah,
they,
this thing is a tiger.
yeah, it's possible, isn't it? It is. It's
Right.
quite
So
possible.
I'm done.
So Carlos is done now.
That was a fuck.
Yeah.
But can we see the FPV though? I don't think we can see the FPV now.
I don't know if we can. No,
Huh?
no, we can't without turning it off and back on again. I don't see how.
No,
we
you
do
can
that.
do actually.
Do you think we can go
yeah,
to
we
what? Go to this.
can. Go to the FPV.
Go to this.
No. Yeah. We'll do that. And put on that
come
one,
off,
and then back.
and then go back on again.
Uh-huh.
This one.
There we go.
Ah, awesome. We're back on. Okay, so
And you unlocked it for some reason.
in order to change it.
No, you don't need to unlock it.
Okay.
There we
FPV
go.
screen. Ta-da! So this is the 2S brushless
Untested.
maiden. This is a maiden. It's gone dark. You need it outside though.
It is dark. It's
You ain't
dark.
flying that. You're not flying that FPV in here.
Dark, untested, like
bud. Outside. Take it out.
all the worst
Yeah.
possible things that we could do.
So
Let's do it
untested
all in
maiden
one.
in the dark. Yeah, that's 3. There's 3 guys. So yeah, get ready for some. Get
Right.
ready for some craziness going down there.
I'm gonna put
Okay.
it in a bit more open field.
Okay, alright. It's not that dark. It's not that dark, Carlos. Go further. Come on, 2 yards further so you don't hit the bush.
What?
2 yards further so you don't... Oh, it's gone off. It's gone off.
Oh, has it?
Why has it gone off?
I don't know.
What have you done? What have you done? You love it. You love it. Come on. Come on, why has it gone off? Why, Carlos? Why?
I suspect the battery isn't charged.
Oh,
How do you charge this battery?
with the ultra power there, the 2S charger, but that's going to take far too long.
Far too long.
Far
Even
too
plug
long.
this on.
We're going to have a quick little charge in it. I'm really excited to see this one go.
Is it here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Is that an
Which one is
OTG
this? This
with
one?
the eSheen RX? What? What's the OTG? OTG?
Is this it? I just plug it in here. And then
Yes, it's a 2S one. Just plug it
it
in.
says 2.12 C2, 2.74. Oh wow!
You drained that hard.
How was it even on?
You drained it hard. That's what has happened to it. You know, you drained it hard.
We only tested like 2 or 3 times, so it must have been like drained.
No,
already.
we did play with it a bit yesterday.
Okay.
eSheen RX Superfly, Superfly FPVs.
Is that their
asking you.
OTG with the eChin? Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Is that what?
Don't
you meant?
touch that!
Don't touch it. But it's this thing here.
He screwed it up again.
It's that thing there. I can fix it.
But now we know
I
how
can
to fix
fix
it.
it. I can fix it. Yeah. Don't worry. I know how to fix it. I know how to do that. It's that one there.
There we go. Now we can fix
see,
it.
we
We
can
have
fix it.
we have the technology.
We've worked out the technology. Yeah.
On-screen FPV. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. The little on-screen feed.
Yes.
Because it helps you to record. I've actually got someone order, and I've got one coming for Rory. Young Rory. He's probably wet himself just hearing his name there. Rory! Rory! It's for you, Rory! He's coming because I can't stand your... He just records things off of the screen. And it's all green and yellow and it's horrid, you know. Such great flying, and you just can't watch the video. And then some of them were sideways, just like making me want to throw up. No. So if I've ordered them, one of them's for Rory. I'm really happy that this has been fixed. Who
See?
was it that helped us?
Me.
No, it wasn't. There was someone online. That
It was me.
No, it
I'm the
wasn't.
one that.
Someone,
No.
someone in the chat
Shut your mouth.
said something about
Shut your
reversing
face.
the props.
No, I said
I
it.
want that person
No,
to
I
tell
said
us who
it.
it was.
It was me.
It was you just copying them.
No, I didn't copy anything. Don't you remember? I had the 2 wings
Might be
here.
winding them up. I know you.
I had these 2 wings, and I said, "Oh look, I did notice a difference.
So the only
See,
difference
this one
was
is
props
going in. Props in. That's it.
Props in is the only difference.
Props
there.
in.
Yeah, it's the only difference on that.
Me all along.
Yeah, it's the only difference on this one, and this is now working. It's a workable, flying, 2S brushless.
That one.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting it in picture. 2S brushless. This little selection we've got here.
Not this one. This is
This
terrible.
one,
This is terrible. Don't even
this
want
one
to
I
try it.
think is going to end up being really fun, because we do have a bit of a problem with Argus FPV doesn't know who's who. Are you serious?
Huh?
Look, it says his
Which
name.
one
right
of
there,
you
look,
is
look,
which?
there's his
Yeah.
name. Yeah, and I'm the fat one. Yeah?
He's the fat one.
But look, this is great. This was great fun in brushed, but it was a bit weak.
It's a bit weak.
It's a bit weak. I'm hoping that these brushless motors, and does anybody think that we need to put ducts on these back ones?
No.
Does anyone think that that's necessary? I'm thinking that this is going to be able to push through the wind a little bit more.
Yes.
And recover a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Yeah.
when here, you can notice like as soon as you throw it up, it goes mental.
No, I'm sure. So, Husso, sponsor Husso, we fixed it. Just so you know.
No thanks to you.
Yeah, no thanks to you. You only spent 2 days. No, I'm joking. It was.
Here I am.
We tried everything. We tried literally everything.
Yeah, I even tried a couple more things.
And to be honest, we had no thought of the prop direction. Couldn't see how that would make any difference, but clearly, it does.
It's how the air is processed.
Clearly, it's doing something.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
props in as opposed to props out.
It's what do you call
It's
it?
doing. Yeah, and it is very community inspired.
Community inspired.
I love that term now. I'm just gonna community inspire everything now. So in case anyone wanted to.
Not clone air. It has to. Guys, help us find
What's
a
wrong
proper
with Clone
name.
Air? I like Clone Air.
It's
It's
so
a
it
great
feels
name.
so revengey.
It's not revengey at all. Yeah, and if you wanted to make your own one, this would be how you would do it. Yeah, you just get this plan that somebody put online, don't know who. Somebody measured it all out for you, and just cut your own one.
You could just print this off and cut it, really.
You could print out this page and scale to any one of these dimensions. The rest would work out. Cut it out, and just make up your own one. We are going to have some of these, I don't know, a couple of quid or something silly like that for sale.
You're even going to sell it?
Yeah, why not? Sell it. Sell them all. Yeah, we're going to sell these, and more importantly, are the actual motor holders. These are. So I put these
that's
on.
interesting. Yeah.
These I put these on Thingiverse. You can get them from Thingiverse.
Really?
Yeah, they're on there.
What an asshole.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with sharing it? You know. What's your problem? No. So I put them on Thingiverse, and they're out there. I'm going to put the link in the chat now, anyway. For our version of those motor mounts. If you wanted to make your own motor mount, and you was
should put this here.
no, it's this one. I haven't got it yet. It's this one.
Yeah, no, but if you put the whole thing, they can see all the other designs. Doesn't matter.
There's only one other design, and that's not for them anyway. That was for my gates, for my red ones.
There
So
you go.
there's the link there in Thingiverse to these blue motor mounts. We love the cockroach ducts and frames, so we always use the cockroach.
Do you have these as well? Can you
They're
put these?
not. We will put those up when now that we know it works. There wasn't much point putting it up before, but these I think are going to be right sexy.
I like them.
This one I'm going to change a little bit.
Why?
There's going to be a bit less meat there. There's far too much meat on this thing, so we're going to narrow those down a little bit. And if there's anyone that is flary, like with a bit of flair and wants to make them even more stylish, please go ahead and share it if you're happy to. Because I think these back ones are a little bit too thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit too much meat there. I want to cut it down a little bit. But I really like it. I think you could end up making any kind of wing with that. And if these are set at 30, so I'm thinking we do one flat, one 30, one not 60, and one at full 90.
So
you
people can use it as a proper wing.
Whichever way you want to build it up, you could build up loads of stuff.
Because it's interesting, like this.
What the guts?
What guts? This? Oh, this.
The red bits.
No, that's for our next one. What do you mean that you want to
I want to make the next one. You had a go. I want to do another one.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Can promise you won't look not if it will work.
Just try. But I think that could still work.
Yeah.
It's just, I think you've chosen the wrong flappy. This fibre tape is extremely heavy. You don't realise how heavy it is.
I need to cut a proper thing for this, really.
I've actually done the drawing. I've half done that drawing for you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
I'm very close to it. No, it's the same as this. It's like this. It's like this one.
Just
but,
bigger.
But this comes down a little bit more. No, because your red things, that's where they glue.
Yeah.
So this comes down a little bit more to glue these two red pads on.
Yeah.
These two. Yeah. But
How much is the battery now?
that's super weak. That's super weak. So that's mainly what we've been doing this week. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We may well be doing it. So I was just reading the comment there. Yes, probably as a kit, if loosely.
3.8.
Yeah, loosely described as a kit. It'll be this and probably the motor mounts. I personally am more excited about the motor mounts than the wings because no, you know why? Because I think that with those kind of mounts, people can get creative.
Yeah.
The hardest part of either making a drone or making a wing or anything like that is how are you going to mount that motor?
Yeah.
Same reason why I was talking about the actuator.
Yeah.
For the motion gate, it's the actuating bit.
Yes.
That's the hard bit.
And I think here I can see on this wing there's a little problem.
We're going to fly this in a minute, Raymond, so just chill with us. We're just charging.
The holes for the motors.
Yes.
The flight controller should really be on the bottom, and then some other way to mount the battery.
That's the issue, is the battery, and unless you want to put the battery on the top.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Then how are you going to do it? That's
battery on the top maybe.
The battery is always the issue.
Because this is what's making the wing weak. There. See, like bending there.
But that's why I was looking at slightly changing that.
Yeah.
And doing carbon spars.
Carbon spars, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what they're like. Imagine a ruler, but made out of carbon.
Where you can get the Depron.
The Depron.
You can just go to.
This is not Depron. This is actually flight test foam.
Yeah, but you can get foam from what's it called? Hobbycraft.
Yeah, but that's this kind of foam,
Yeah, it'll be the same.
and I don't use this foam anymore because it doesn't laser very well.
Yeah,
You
but
can hand cut this
you can
really
hand cut it,
nicely.
yeah.
Yeah, hand cut is fine. I also don't use it because you can't peel this.
Yeah.
Unlike the flight test foam,
Yeah.
this doesn't peel very well. And if you're trying to make curves
Yeah.
out of this, it doesn't. It just kinks.
Yeah.
Whereas the flight test foam, here's a bit, will curve with only one side of paper. So this foam, look how nice that peels off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So if you try to curve this, it will just kink. See that kink because of the paper. But as soon as you peel it, it will curve beautifully. Yeah, you with me?
Nice.
That's why I like flight tests. So I buy my flight test. Yeah, this is waterproof. And the paper is waterproof as well. It's a bit silky. So I import this flight test foam because you can't get it in England. And if anyone really wants some, you'd have to chat me up and let's see if we can get you some. But it's a big sheet, really awkward to ship. But you can get this white one in Hobbycraft, Range, any kind of crafty place, and it's pretty much the same thing. I'm just really fussy. Same thing, same dimension kind of thing, and it will still work with this. So don't be disheartened.
That's the wings that we did in the.
The original wing was in the white foam, and then only because it lasered badly did I not like it.
It wasn't even lasered that bad.
I've also got Depron, and I'm going to try it.
He's just too picky. So picky.
I am very picky, but at least I admit it. This is Depron. This is what Lee's talking about, but this is actually a very special Depron.
Yeah.
This
too
is
fiddly, no?
No, I've got different thicknesses of this.
Okay.
I've got this in different thicknesses. This is from Graupner, and this is called Vector.
Vector.
So it's laserable, it's Depron, but you can't rip it. Depron will split and rip. Yeah. This is really very special.
Okay.
And if you look, I don't know if you can see.
They're expensive.
Yeah, it's not cheap. Can you see when it's in the light, Carlos? Can you see the fibres?
Yeah.
That's why it's so strong.
They won't be able to see it.
No, they won't be able to see that. But yeah, we've got Depron.
Maybe like this way. Maybe.
Yeah, put a bit of light behind it. Let's see. No, I could just see your light. But in certain lights, you can see the fibres inside this. That's what makes it so strong. What else did we have? We had the white foam. I've tried so many different materials. Honestly, the white stuff from Vector is more expensive. I don't know what your mindset is of overly expensive, but it is more expensive. Personally, if it was me and I had the choice, I'd be getting the flight test, this one, because it's just lovely. Like, you're gonna want to peel a bit. You're gonna want to bend it. You get a nice cut. Okay, I laser.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
3.84, and there's no light. Absolutely no light outside.
There's no light. Okay, we've got 3.84 on that battery. Yeah. So yeah, the original Depron is very, very, very brittle. Whereas the Vector doesn't tear. It won't rip. It doesn't crack.
Welcome to Open TM.
But it is very nice, and I've got it in 3mm, 5mm. Is it 5 or 6mm? 9mm, I think it is. Trying it in different sizes. It's on, and it's made a noise. Not sure. I think you can paint it, Depron. You can definitely colour it in.
Right.
Whereas with the flight test, it will take pretty much anything.
Oh my God, it's so dark
I'm ready.
outside.
No, you can see.
You can see.
You can see. Look, there's a house there and
There's a
everything.
house.
Here we go. Oh, we're up. We're in the air.
Oh my God.
We're in the air. You've got a lot of nose. See, maybe that.
Oh my God. Oh.
Are you trying to crash? Maybe that camera needed to be further forward.
You can't. Didn't have enough.
So there's a lot of nose. You can't really see. But it did look. It was a bit more penetrating through the wind. Was it? He's trying it. Oh, that looks well crushed now. That front doesn't look as pretty as it did a minute ago, does it? You're welcome, dude. Doesn't look as pretty at all. What's going on, Carlos? We're unhappy. So hopefully one of the BMFA members won't be online right now watching us flying over our houses with our little tiny toys. Somebody complained quite hard, I think, about my last flight.
So
with
here's
my
what I
tiny
noticed.
little drone.
Here's what I noticed.
Here's what we noticed.
The wing starts shaking massively because I think the structurally it's not sound anymore. But if I take it really, really slowly, see like the wavy bit, and it dropped like from
So
it
if
drops
you're-
on the left hand side.
It's still Yori.
Huh?
Still Yori.
No, it's good. It's just shaky. Do you see that shakiness? That's not me doing. It's just because I don't think it's structurally sound anymore. Oh. But if I would have pushed it forward now, it's gonna go a lot. Let me try here.
That is
Oh,
fine.
yes.
That's nippy. That was nippy.
Oh yes. I think once you see.
Oh,
see
you're
that
trying to
drop?
roll.
No. That drop is it's out of
Off
battery.
signal phone.
That drop is the wing not being structurally sound anymore. So it's like
Okay, so you've
Bulging
made it.
over.
You've made it weak.
Yes.
That goes back to the carbon spar thing I was wanting. So I was flying. No, was it me flying? I think this is Husso flying. So this is. Oh no, not FPV. This one. So
Telemetry
this is
lost.
brushless. No, this is brushed, and the cutout wing, and flying it line of sight. And I think it's just lovely just to fly it line of sight.
But from my experience, from that,
Can I just put a disclaimer out? This was all over my own property, just in case there's any BMFA members watching. And it's not very built up. We live in the sticks here. I know it might be a London postcode, but there's a lot of trees and green and stuff around here.
that looks lovely.
It flies really, really nice. It's very comfortable.
Carlos, are you gonna stream on Twitch tonight?
He probably is.
No, not tonight.
Oh,
No, Monday.
Monday?
Monday to Friday. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, actually, I can talk to you. I can ask you about when's your video coming out. When's the next
What next one?
the next American video?
Oh,
The next Tiny Whoop video
Tuesday.
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got something to look forward to.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
videos are
You
released.
should watch Tuesday.
Videos are released on Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
And then on Saturdays. I have like 2 videos a week now.
Yeah, that's excellent.
It's this one and then on Tuesday.
And then on Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay, so Tuesday.
Little K is, do you know, that's Marcus from Latvia.
Hey, Marcus from Latvia. How you doing?
Marcus, I have some news. I'm heading to Latvia in a month's time. Huh? See you there.
There you go. There you go. So this
Yes.
flies really, really nice.
Yes, but this was nothing. This was.
So where do you think we've? Oh yes.
Yeah, see?
Well, look. This is why. Hang on a minute. I have to show you this on the big screen. Yeah, because Carlos has broken this so much.
Me?
Yeah. Look at how bad this wing is now. Look at that. Like it's flapping like a bird. Look at this.
That's why it was folding to one of the sides.
So that's why it's broken. So carbon spars or some kind of fibre spars, I think either along the back there or maybe another one along the front to stop that weakness. It's not
Maybe,
Carlos's
yeah.
fault. I will not blame Carlos for this, even though it is his fault.
It was
Yeah.
definitely not. my
There's a
fault.
lot of cutouts in here to make this motor sit in properly. This flight controller sit in properly.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why I said the flight controller has to be underneath.
So maybe we put the flight controller underneath. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll listen to Carlos. Yeah. We'll put the flight controller underneath and swap the battery around on a different frame. But that is very successful.
Yes.
That's good, except for the, the
That's what
hard
it really
crashing.
did. I'm very happy with it, and I did notice something.
What did you know?
He wants to go.
It's
He
nippy.
wants to go.
Oh, it's nippy.
He wants to go. Like
Oh, it's
I
nippy.
didn't want to push too much because of the folding.
So-
So I don't know if I was going to crash somewhere that we couldn't get it then
So
easily.
from your initial flying,
It wants to go. I think this is a lot more like a wing than
now,
that. Yes.
just because it's got the recoverability.
No, it has the speed. Like when I pitch forward. So it's not the pitch forward actually. That's the interesting part.
It's the full speed.
It's the throttle. So I was pitching forward
Yes.
with like minimum throttle,
Because you
and it
got-
was
you-
going like, and as soon as I punched it, You know, there's a part in the video that it just went like, "Wah!" That was gonna go out from your, you know,
Okay.
past your
Okay.
yard, and it was gonna go out.
Because
That
you
was
can't do
me.
anything else but forward.
That was me just throttling it a bit. So when I throttled, it went like, bah, it didn't go up. It just went forward.
And pitch forward. You
I had a
throttled and
little
pitch
bit
forward.
pitch forward.
Okay. Alright, because it's got a max forward. It can't nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way it can go nose down.
I don't think it would be a problem for this to nose down.
So could this be? Do you remember?
Well, the thing is
do you
that
remember a little while ago we was trying to do wing for holiday?
What?
Wings for holidays, like to pack in your
Yes.
suitcase type
Yes.
wings.
could this be a wing for a holiday? Maybe. The problem is how do you carry this? That's always the problem.
What? Because of these
Without
back ones.
without breaking the whole thing. Yes.
Yeah, but these ones, look, we've glued these on, right? They don't actually need to be glued on because
You
they're
take them
friction
off.
fit.
Yeah.
If you took these two back ones off, that's pretty flat.
I think wings for a holiday is a different scheme.
Yeah?
It's
You don't
it's
think that'll work?
not this, because this is while it's still fun, it's because there's absolutely no wind today. Yeah, because if there was wind outside, I wouldn't be able to do the stuff that I just did. I think it would be like very like.
Inactivity
But-
alarm.
Shut your mouth. But with that one, then yes,
But that only works because of the bigger size.
that's true.
That's actually a wing. That's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
giving you lift.
Yeah, but that would be a lot
Like, what
easier.
we're pointing over there, but you don't even know what we're pointing at. So Carlos will bring it now to show you. But this is an actual wing because it actually does lift. Because you've got enough wing section here to give you wing lift.
Yes.
And there's no other lifty thing.
And the
It's just a
servos
prop
as
on
well.
the back. Yeah, that's just doing the aeroline.
So I think you know what would
that's
be cool.
a real wing.
You know what would be really cool?
Yeah.
Is to have this as a kit that you can just plonk on a wing. So instead of I have to glue and I have to glue on this particular place or whatever, you have a kit that you just like all of this part is on a 3D printed slot thing, very thin, that has like legs on the bottom, so you could just glue it on. You know?
That goes back to the idea for the
And then you
cardboard
can
box
just-
wing thing, where
Yeah.
you just get any bit
Exactly.
of card.
Yes.
Yeah,
But foam is better.
not too difficult. If
When we were
change,
just in, when
if
it-
we change this to that style of clip-on,
yes,
yeah,
that's it.
so that style of clip-on, you
That's
wouldn't
exactly
need to
what-
glue it on.
That's exactly what
You
I mean.
could just push it on.
And instead of just being one thing that's the motor, you have also this all in one location where you can just
I could give you a little
with all the
T-piece.
components.
I could give you a little T-piece for this, and possibly change these rear horns, 2 little push-on horns as well.
Yes.
Very dainty little.
Yeah.
You push it on, so you don't even have to. There's no glue needed. You just push that on. That's already linked up. We give you a plan of that to cut out of your thing.
Yeah. And then when you get to the holiday, you just go to a hobby craft shop. You buy a piece of foam.
Or
Cut it to spec and
cardboard. You could do it in pretty much
I
anything.
think cardboard is going to be too heavy.
The issue for me is with cardboard is that it's got the corrugation, so it
Yeah.
becomes weak.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah.
Yep.
You need, those two are in place, and that could work quite well. You wouldn't need a whole one. You just need
No.
a little patch here,
Yeah.
a little cross there. Yeah. Okay, that's a possible. We'll put that on the list. Yeah. So this is an actual wing. This is not a wing.
Well,
Can you see the difference?
we have to try this a bit more
Especially, look,
because
it's half the size. Yeah. This one I'm waving about here is not a wing. This is a wing.
like if this for a big this can fly. This I can fly in this room.
Yes.
Right.
That you could fly in a hole.
This I wouldn't fly in this room.
No.
But I would fly this in a big hole.
Yeah.
This would be so much fun.
Yeah,
So
but
much
so
more
would
fun
this
than
be.
this.
But so would this.
This is already pushing it a little bit.
What,
Like
for a hole?
yeah, for a hole you're gonna be like circling around most of the
Yeah,
time.
it does have to go pretty quick.
But this, yes, especially if you can make it brushed 1S. Very interesting.
Did you try this at 1S?
No.
You didn't
Oh,
try this?
I did try the 1S, but it didn't have enough
What, before?
pull
Before you turned the props?
before it turned the props. but it
So
didn't
now
happen.
that you've turned the props, you've got to still try that one.
It will fly, but it won't fly as good.
You're guessing that.
No, I'm guessing, but I'm sure it's an accurate guess.
I won't
A
say
2S is what you should fly this.
that. I won't say that until
You
I've
can
actually
maybe
tried
indoors you can fly 2S, maybe. It's possible.
it. I still like it. I still like it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, this is how our plans work.
Yeah, just meet up together and
We meet up and
talk
we
and
sort the
yeah.
arse out of it and say this is why I don't like that, and that's
you know
the only
what?
way to progress.
You know what the best way for me is to think of all this crazy stuff?
What's that?
It's in the shower.
In the shower.
Yes.
Okay, I think of very different things in the shower, but okay.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I think I've spoken to other people and I remember like long time ago. I remember other people saying like, oh yeah, that happens to me as well. But if I'm stuck on something,
Uh-huh.
or I need my creative side to just like a little boost to think of stuff, and I take a hot shower, like overly hot. I don't know why, but it just releases my creative thing and just fills me up with ideas on how to fix all this stuff.
I get that when I look at long views.
Long views.
Yeah. When
What
I
do you
can
mean?
see the horizon
Yeah.
or like a really, really far distance, my mind seems to open a bit more.
I think this is like more a chemical reaction because your head is heating up a
Do
lot.
you think it's because your head is, or because you're thinking about that but knowing what the question is and not pondering and letting the
I don't know. You
subconscious
just focus on.
do the question?
I don't know.
Because you're so interested in how hot the shower is.
No, it's hot, but it gets to a point that you don't notice. It's just hot. It's not like burning hot that you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. But this has happened to me like throughout my life. Like even when I was living in Sweden, and I was programming a game. Every time that I needed to develop something new in a game, I had no idea about what I wanted. I would go to the shower, and the idea would just
pop in.
always.
Okay, well maybe you can go to the shower and find,
What do we need to know? Well,
and find out what the issues are.
about what?
Well, look,
Well, this is working now.
I think we've got great
I fixed
progression
it.
there. So
Fixed
now
it.
now it's being kicked back to me to redesign.
And this
bits
is
of the
this
wing.
is the first. Take that.
Take that.
It's the first. What's it called? Brushless.
2S brushless clone air in the world.
No, it's no longer clone air. Now, if they do it, they're cloning us. Take that. Got him.
Okay, so this is the first time you've seen this 2S brushless wing. Well, actually, no, we had a 2S brushless, didn't we? We've already had that. No,
That's
that was
different.
1S.
No, that's 2S, yeah.
See, we've done this stuff. We've done it. We've already played it.
Got him. A
Yeah.
couple of dudes sitting in the garage.
A couple of dudes, yeah. Beat your corporate ass. You know, drink my tea now. Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
No. So, I really do like that. And I'm right pleased that we
Yes.
have now
Yeah.
resolved that
That was
issue.
good, huh?
Yes,
I mean,
really good.
seriously, like when this is structurally sound, I think
Well,
with 2S, I still don't believe on your 2S theory that the bigger battery is better. I would like to see 2 batteries here, maybe. I don't know.
You want 2 1S batteries?
2 1S batteries, because then I can swap just 1S or 2S as well.
No,
But-
no, what I do like about 2 1S, is I could put a 1S here and a 1S here.
But the weight is not going to be very good, because it will be all further back.
No, I'll put it
So-
right on the C of G line, wherever it is.
Should be here,
I
both
could-
here.
That's one C of G. This is
Yeah, I
another
know.
one this way.
I know.
So I could put them right on that line. Yeah, and they won't affect
So what he's
your...
saying is that putting the batteries like this instead of like this. I still
It's
think
possible.
they should go that way.
It's possible.
But that's something for the future. Like what I think this is going to be very, very good. From what I just experienced,
Yeah, yeah.
the first human
The first human
the first human
to fly
to
through-
ever successfully fly. Man, it was I was keeping it stable, and it was like, no, shoot, I need to punch a little bit. And as soon as I put the throttle, it just went like
That's
as
impressive.
fast as a wing.
No, no,
but
it's-
I could stop it. That's the cool thing.
That's why I like
pitched-
these wings
I
in
pitched
line of
back,
sight.
throttle down, and it just stopped at wherever it was.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I stopped it. I can't remember now. We'll have to watch the video again. But I don't remember if I think it went like it rolled a bit up, so it didn't stop like this, you know.
I
I
think
think
it
it
would
like-
roll a bit up.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's trying to.
And
That's
then I
where it's
kind of
trying to
yelled
get back
out
to-
and went.
Because it's set to be back a little bit.
Yes.
It's set 30 degrees minus 30 degrees.
But can it roll? I think it can roll.
I think it can.
It's a
I
drone.
think it can flop and then catch itself, which technically is a roll.
Yeah. I think it can roll because in all fairness, this is a drone, right? At the end of the day, this
If
is
we
a drone.
did it like this with the cutout, like that, I think so. Cut it out, throw some carbon spars at it, and it will be strong. It won't have this bendy weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that will be great fun. I reckon it will be great fun. You want to do it now? I know what you like.
I would love
Yeah?
to do it now, but
I can't do it.
I can't see,
I
and
can't
it's
do it now.
broken.
Yeah.
It's super broken, not even just a little bit broken.
Yeah, no, that's budget. You have budget.
I really did
You're
that.
in fixing it though.
No,
So that's
because
why we can forgive you.
the
because
problem is this.
It's fixed.
It's this. This is the
Yeah,
problem.
the problem is.
You
no,
shouldn't have this.
no,
this
not-
hole shouldn't
no,
exist.
no. The problem is these two X's here. So can you see? I've cut two lines here
Oh.
because we was at the time fitting the ducts and the lipo holder all in one unit.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
now
Yeah.
we've cut them up.
Yes.
So these two lines are no longer needed, but they were still in the artwork.
Mhm.
And look, can you see that's already cut it? That's already weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's look, it's already cut through. Can you see that little bit there?
Don't break it.
No, this is useless now. So.
No.
Oh, take it home with you. Yeah? It's useless now.
Not for me.
No, it is useless now. So where's the other one? Oh, it's way over there.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So a little bit of changes on this.
Yes.
And you'd have a lot more strength, but I want a little carbon spar here and maybe another one there.
Do you
and
know
two
those
more in
carbon
front.
spars that exist on those like very shady airplanes? Is that the one?
That's exactly what I want.
okay.
1 mil by 3 mil kind of thing.
3 mil? No. Oh, okay. 1 mil, like very thin.
Yes,
Right.
because I want it this way up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to
Yeah.
anyone?
Yeah.
I don't want it this way. It has to be thin edge up on the fronts here, possibly. I'm not sure about that front one, but
Asking how
definitely
much-
on these trailing edges.
How much does this weigh? It weighs 24 grams. This one.
That one's 24
And
grams.
this one, what was it? 26, wasn't it?
I
26.
think it was.
Yeah,
You can
26.
try it. You can try it
Yeah,
again.
it was 26. 26. I
That
remember.
wasn't there. There wasn't much.
Oh, this is a bigger one. Yeah.
So this
26.
brush, the brushed one is 23.9.
24.
All right, 24. And Carlos's one
26.
is just under 26 grams. So what's that? 3 grams difference between the two?
Yeah,
Not a
but
lot,
this is
it?
brushless and it's 2S. That's what makes the whole difference.
That's really
But
not a
I'm
lot
curious
of difference, is it?
of-
2 grams between those two.
I'm very curious on what a 1S would do.
That is
So,
exactly it. What? A 1S? What do you
like
mean?
This, but 1S.
That but 1S.
Mhm.
That's that one.
No, with brushless.
Oh, 1S brushless.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying to you. Is 1S going to be able to lift it?
Not with this one. Don't
Yeah.
use this. Use like a. This doesn't. These motors don't have enough punch for this, and the ESCs don't have enough punch for 1S brushless. I don't think.
Okay.
Put
So
that.
this is a carbon spar. This is that's
Exactly.
what Lee's
Yeah.
Lee Simpkins just sent us. Thank you very much, Lee. So it's just a flat piece of carbon.
Mhm.
Nothing special. Nothing overly. 1 mil by 3 mil. Yeah, and that when it's in the vertical plane like that, straight up as
Will be
opposed
very,
to
very
flat,
strong. Yeah.
it will be incredibly. You will never be able to bend that
Yeah.
down, and you won't be able to do this.
So what, are you gonna
on
glue
here.
it?
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
would just
to
glue it
the
in
front?
here, because that's 5 mil. 3 mil should sit inside there really nicely.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because I don't believe we even need a leading edge. Normally, I tell everyone to cut a leading edge.
No.
Yeah.
From what I experienced, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do.
But it would be
leading edge on
interesting
there.
to see how it acts with the
Yeah.
leading edge.
So leading edge is where we chamfer the front off instead of leaving it square flat like that. You chamfer the front off and then tape it, obviously, because that is defining the cut edge of the air. That's what's defining what's going up and below.
This is speed, though. I don't think we're gonna go. Although that seemed very fast. Maybe it was because I was in FPV and I was just so excited to just bump the throttle over.
Trust me, I reckon this will go like a bat out of hell, bros. I think this will go very, very fast.
It would go fast if these motors are 90.
I don't think it needs to be.
No?
I think it can go faster, but I think it will go fast like that. Yeah?
What about adding? You know, you said you're gonna get different motors, right?
Yes.
Different
So
motor
that's
mounts.
30. I think a 60.
What about doing the same as this?
Yeah, that's why I want to take that
Getting
one.
a
So
little
that I
servo.
can
You
have
need
a,
a servo.
have a way. No, I need these actuators, these things that turn here.
Yeah,
These.
that's just screwed into the thing.
You make it sound so easy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's very crap, this one.
Yeah, but that is, that's already done. That's why I liked it. I could just
I think
add
this
it
is
to
not
it.
this is not the best way.
And
to
it's
do
quite
it.
light. That's quite light. I think anything I try and make is going to end up being heavier than that.
Maybe you can have it. I need to test
Next
this.
time.
I need to test this as a wing. But this is giving me an idea. Like, because the difference between this and this is that this, when it's full, when it's flat,
Yes.
it's a drone, right?
Yes.
But this also flies like a drone.
Tips back, yeah. It does.
So would I need to put this flat, or should I just put the starting like this, and then when I switch it on, like full speed on, it just goes 90? Because I can do that as well.
I don't think it's going to make much difference if
You don't
it's
think
flat
so?
here. It'll just give you more lift to start with, and then you're transitioning. So I don't think you need to start at 30.
The only
you can
difference,
transition.
yeah,
If you can set that to where you want it, yeah. If you've got a
Yes.
three-way switch that'll go 30, 60, 90,
yeah,
then
maybe.
then I would do it that way.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't
could
think you
possibly
need
have it.
25 or 15
Yeah.
degrees or 47 degrees.
What's that? VTOL. Yeah, VTOL.
Yeah,
well, all of
very,
these
very
are
much
VTOL,
so.
really,
Very,
because
very
they
much
can
so.
stay in the place like this, and then when you're gonna go, just pitch forward and throttle, and it goes.
The Palm Z, I don't remember a Palm Z, Dave.
See?
I remember from Silverlit, like there was loads of little helicopters from Silverlit, yeah. Palm Z, Silverlit. I don't remember anything like that. I've got no images here. I've only got the little helicopters, with the fly bar. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
No.
It was great when it first came out.
Yeah.
It was awesome when it first came out.
For
We
15
was all-
minutes until it hit something, and
we
then it
was
would
all
never
quite
fly.
impressed with that.
It would
This
never
thing
fly properly again.
from Silverlit, yeah, and then they started chasing people because everyone copied it. They copied this little flybar
Yeah.
thing was what the whole thing was. That little Chinook one looks nice.
Chinook
doesn't it?
looks nice.
I am a big fan of Chinooks.
Me too.
They do look lovely. Yeah.
But the thing was that you hit this once, and I would never fly.
Yeah,
properly
it's
again.
just totally buggered. But will it? Ah, that's the Palm Z. Oh God, that looks
Oh
awful.
yeah, that's.
Oh,
I remember these ones actually.
oh God.
They fly very like. It's not. I don't know. Not as interesting, I think, or fast.
It's got two. Okay, so it's
And
thrust.
Yeah.
Is that thrust? Is there two
Yes.
props on that?
Yeah. Thrust and control. So it controls via.
Yeah. Differential thrust.
But you can't stay in the place.
No, that's not for me. If this was a flyer,
This
I'd like
would,
that. Now I'd like one of them. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Have you seen one that's like 187?
187.
The size of
yeah,
your.
There's a guy that made a very
Yeah.
very small one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not 187, is it? Really?
187. Yeah, it's like this size. It's the size of your car. Stupidly.
That's too small.
Yeah.
That's
But it flew. It flew amazingly.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
No. Say Spitfire. Spitfire.
And it flew.
Yes. Put RC. Probably. I put on videos because it was a video.
And you think it and it flew.
It flew there. I saw it. Saw it flying.
Where did the video go?
Put more. I'll see if I can find it. I'll send it over.
Send it to me.
It was something like stupidly small.
Because that's pretty small.
Put
one,
like
you
the
said.
smallest Spitfire, not wing Spitfire. Just put the smallest
That's pretty small.
micro Spitfire. It's
Yeah,
not
that's a product.
No, it's not this.
They're product.
No. This was a guy that made it. It wasn't a product. Well, anyways.
If you find it, let me know.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we will share it
Yes.
because
definitely.
that wasn't it.
Yeah. So next things will be for me.
Mm.
I want to put a 1S. I have like a spare 1S at home sitting doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put it on this. See how
Okay.
it works. Do you have the printed tabs as well for these motors?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So
So
they are on Thingiverse.
no, for these motors.
Oh, for the brushless motors?
Yes.
No, they're not on Thingiverse, but they will go on at some point.
So create one of this in FPV, of course.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Of course. And this one, I'm very curious to see.
I'm very curious to have that myself, but that's fine. You can take it away with you. I'm gonna.
Can I really?
Yes.
Can
you
I take my own?
Being
Can I
that
take
it's
my
yours. Right? Being that it's yours, but they did give it to you to review. Yeah.
I did. And look what I've done to
They
it.
gave it to you.
Look what I've done to it.
And your review is the best thing you can do is chop it up for parts.
No.
That's
It was
a
actually
great
fun.
review.
It was fun, but it wasn't. It could be better.
No. So look, I really like this brushed version. I like it. It's very nice. It's very calm, very gentle, and very safe. So for what we was talking about, shows, getting new people to fly something,
Yes.
I think that's brilliant.
That would
Yeah.
work
They
very
will
well.
feel like they're flying.
Yes.
They won't object like we are. Oh, it's not rolling, or oh, it's not.
No,
real,
it will be just like
yeah?
they will be like, oh my god, I'm flying around.
Yeah, they're in control,
Yeah.
slow enough, being able to turn and come back on themselves. Whereas this one,
No.
no. This is a speed demon. This,
Yes.
I think.
From what I've seen, I have to see the video again because it was
We'll
in my
play it
mind
back.
everything was racing like black everywhere. It keeps dropping to one of the sides.
We'll play it back. But this one I think is going to be phenomenal.
And
that's
Andy's
going to
asking
be my little project.
what's the material? So
Oh, Andy. So this is a flight test foam, but you could use any Deproni type foam that you can find in craft shops. You have to import the flight test. It's not available in England. Unfortunately, I've got some because I just, I love
get
stuff.
everything.
I want stuff. I want it. So I like flight test foam for a couple of reasons. The paper peels off nicely. It lasers beautifully. This is laser cut, and if you can't really see it, there's no retraction of the foam. Very little retraction.
But I think it
Yeah.
damages a little bit easier than
Than
the
this?
other foam. Yeah.
No, I don't know if it does.
No, like folding.
Yeah, I think once it's creased, it's buggered.
Yeah, that's it.
That's for
it.
sure. Once it's creased,
But
you're
if
not
you
going to
put
get
if you
that
put in
back out.
some stuff on it, it'll be fine.
I think a few little. If I can find the carbon spars, a few spars on the front, maybe I think
a middle one.
I need it here and maybe here. Yeah.
Or just like a long one here across.
Yeah, but look,
that
like you
slides
said,
inside.
if I change a lot of this, like if I don't need this hole anymore.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun for you.
Because this is the weak spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Stop
cut that.
folding it.
I've cut that. Yeah. So for me, that's my this week's next projects is to fix this up a bit better.
Now that I fixed it
Yeah.
for you.
Now that you've taught us props in, props out. What spare parts does Hobby King sell? I've got no idea what you mean
What?
there.
Oh, spare spars.
Spars. Oh,
Hobby King spells
yeah,
with
but they're
spars.
probably going to charge us the earth for it. You know what Hobby King are like. I'll find somewhere. We need it to be
You
a
like Hobby
reasonable
King?
cost.
It's 100 quid each spar. Come on.
We're going to stick it in a kit. Otherwise, the kit's going to cost too much. Like, you know what I mean? And then I think, and Argus is saying to us, if we split the two front rotors some more, we'll get more lift.
And better roll authority. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's what we experienced with our previous one. Remember?
Yes, but that's what sends me to what Alex did from Badass. and he did one that looks a lot like a stealth bomber would be the right word for it. Yeah. So have you seen Alex's one? This is his picture. Where is it?
Oh yeah.
This one. That. And what he's done is he's split them really far apart. He's got one here. Yeah.
Does it work though? Will it fly?
I've not flown it. I
Oh.
couldn't tell you. Alex seems to think it's alright and is going to do some more changes to it. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. As far as I can see, you've got far too much behind the lifting force.
This is
All this stuff behind it is what's
the
going to mess
CG
it
as
up.
well. The CG is going to be terrible there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's all arse heavy. Like, does
No,
all
the
these,
CG is going to be super forward. Like, look
yeah,
at all
do
this.
these need
All
to
the
be?
stuff is here in the front.
Yeah, does this whole thing need to be further back?
Yeah.
Is
probably.
what I think when I
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also think if you had, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
If you had 4 props lifting and 2 props pushing, it would be quite. I think it could work.
I don't know.
Because the issue is there's no lift at this scale. Yeah, at tiny scale, there's no lift. So
This is so close to what we did before.
that's why I'm saying that this is not a wing. There's no lift happening here.
But this is so close to what we did before.
What do you mean before?
When we had old motors to the front. It's so close. It's just these motors are up instead of forward. It is.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
very
Because the other one, that was actually lifting. That was a lifting wing.
Yes.
This is not a lifting wing.
Yeah, because when I was pointing it towards whenever I wanted to go up, I just needed to point it towards the wind, and it would start to go.
Any wind
go.
underneath will lift you. That's that's the nature of having a big old sail on a drone. Yeah, but it's not a lifting wing. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It can't, because the wing section. Yeah, there is a minimal wing section. So this amount of wing. So the difference between the air above and the air below is so negligible.
Yeah.
Even with a leading edge, you're not
With
going to
this,
get
no.
lift here. You're not going to get anything pressurizing up on the underneath. Whereas this is plenty of wing section. There's lots of wing
and it goes
section.
fast enough that it matters as well.
And it does actually give you lift, because when you come off throttle, that big one, the white one, this one will glide.
Yeah.
Whereas this will just drop
Yeah.
off throttle. Yeah, and that's one way of telling you that you've got a wing or not.
If it keeps on flying when you don't have a motor.
If it carries on a bit without the push, that's a wing.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas the little ones are not very wingy. But so I think we've talked the little ones to death now.
We talked very easily. But we had the other thing to talk about.
There was another thing to talk about?
Yeah, the radios.
Oh, sugar, we didn't talk about the radios.
Should we talk about the
Should we
radios?
do a couple of minutes on the radios? Because it was an important thing to say.
Or should we leave it for another session? How
Should
long
I
have we
leave
been
it for
talking?
another-
2 hours.
Well, that's normal for us. We're over 2 hours now.
I think this is gonna be an episode on its own.
There is a lot to say.
I'll just bring them along. All the 50 radios.
Sorry.
We're just gonna show.
Just
Can we
show
show?
us what it is.
But we're gonna talk about it in a different episode.
But we won't overly talk about it. Yeah. We'll just quickly gently chat around what it is. Yeah.
We got the radio.
So now we have a full selection.
We got another radio.
A full collection of radios. There's so many radios nowadays.
We got another radio.
There's another one there.
We got another radio.
Ah, the DXE.
And we got another radio.
There's another one there. Look, hang on. That's a DX8.
And we got another
It's a
radio.
lovely radio, a DX8. And a Tyrannus.
Then we got another radio.
Hang on. Ah, now. This was, I'm quite, you know what, in a way I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, I really had high expectations for this. But this screen bit up here just wound me up. So
And we
for
have
me,
another radio.
that's where that fell down. And that's massive. My God, you need muscles to carry that one. Seriously, it's so heavy. So for me, the winner is this one.
Yes.
The FR Sky X Lite. I have ordered the module for the back, multi-protocol module. I didn't get the FR Sky one. You can watch a video online about it, but the FR Sky one has not got a shield
What do you
in
mean,
the
FR Sky
module.
one? What
So
FR
there's
Sky one?
there's two brands of modules for this radio.
Yeah.
One made by FR Sky
Yeah.
and one made by a company called iRange.
Oh yes, yes.
So the iRange X is the one that I've ordered.
Yeah.
The FR Sky one, despite being more expensive,
Yeah.
doesn't come with the shield over the receiver.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's really bad. And I'm very shocked at FR Sky for leaving that out. And if you look on their PCB,
Yeah.
you can actually see the trace where it's supposed to be. And then they've just decided in their wisdom to leave it out to make it a bit cheaper
Money,
for them.
money.
In which case, sod you,
Money.
you ain't gonna get my dosh. I've bought the iRange one and slip that in the back, and that means I can now fly this radio with all of my models.
Very good.
Yeah.
And if you would like to know more about all these radios that you just show and why is this the best one, don't miss out our next episode next week.
Come back and
Oh,
watch us
actually,
again.
next week I'm not here.
Are you not here? Are you
No.
in Latvia next week?
No, I'm going up north.
Are you going up north next
Yes.
week? Oh, okay, all right. Because I might not be here the weekend after.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
On the 2nd.
On this weekend here.
Well,
So
Well,
you're
that's
not
check.
here next week, and
Yes.
I may not be here the weekend after.
you can do a show without me and I can do a show without you.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear it? You want to do a show without me, do you, Carlos? Oh, okay, that's fine. We can
We'll
do
see.
stuff like that.
We'll see.
Yeah. If I get another guest, I'm not one of those people that can just sit and talk and yabber on my own.
Really?
Like those ones.
Like me.
I need someone
Like
to
me.
yabber too.
I can yabber as much as you want.
I need the interaction.
Especially now with the VR, it's yabber all the time.
You love it.
love
I've
it.
seen you. I've seen you do it. Yeah.
Because I can talk to people. I'm not yabbering by myself.
Well, I don't know who you're
I'm
talking
to the viewers.
But you're just not getting an answer.
I do get an answer. It's right there, and their answer shows up on the. So that's it's the same thing as we're doing here now. Like, we have our chat separately, right?
Yep.
But the chat also appears in the video.
Yep.
And the reason for that is that when people are watching this afterwards, or as they're watching,
They can see the
there's a
question.
conversation going on, and which they can see between us and the viewer. So when someone posts something there and we respond, if the chat wasn't there, it would just be like, what are these guys talking about?
I'm just not used to all this newfangled technology stuff. Like, I don't know. Yeah? I like the good old conversation.
The good old conversation.
Maybe we'll get a guest in. Maybe I'll get someone in to chat, and then similarly you could do the one afterwards.
We'll see.
So
I
for
can
now,
call you and you can remote.
yes, yeah, that
Remote,
could work. That
thing.
could work. Yeah. So for now,
Yes.
this will be the last one, official style
Yes.
like this, with matching outfits and that. For
We'll
a
have
couple of
more.
weeks.
Yes. We'll see.
Yeah?
We'll
So-
see what can be done.
We'll see what can be done. But other than that, thank you very, very much for joining us again,
Thank you.
for listening to
All the
us
craziness.
for a couple of weeks, a couple of hours. I hope we've entertained you somewhat. I have to remember
I'm
to look at the
entertained.
camera, you know that. I keep looking down here.
You know what we have to
I
do then?
remember
You
to
know what
look
you
at
have to
that.
do? You just put the camera there. Put the
Yeah,
camera where you're looking.
Oh, that could work. It's a bit late for it now, but we'll work that out.
See, because like this, even if you're looking at the
even
screen,
if I look, I think you think
it
I'm
looks
looking at
like
that.
yeah.
And I just need to get the shininess off my glasses now, so you can see my eyes looking at you. But
The other way around. If you have shiny glasses, they don't know. They'll
Uh-huh.
just see you looking in the general direction.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's better
but
even.
there's the general direction. So thank you very much. I really enjoy sharing stuff with you guys. If you
Yes.
enjoy listening to us, please sign in and join us again.
Or if you want to do like a dildo remote control as well.
If you've got any ideas like a dildo remote control, like Carlos is telling us, just let us know. You know, if you fancy grabbing hold of your stick like that, as
Like
opposed to thumbing. So
Yes.
would that be a palmer?
That's a palmer.
Is that you got pinchers, thumbers, and palmers?